I have no idea why I started a stream like that. I just felt like it. I've been watching some English television. Okay, hello there. Let's get moving and grooving today. Actually, I'm gaming with some friends. I've been meaning to make more friends this season, and I saw Kent on. I was like, yo, you want to push up a key? He said absolutely. So I'm getting to play with a good old level up Kent. A little bit delayed today because I took a wonderful nap after recording the podcast episode this morning. It's a good episode about heroic, but basically just about raiding. I'm actually excited about this one. In a few days, the podcast will come out. So let's get the treadmill moving. Let's get some steps in for today. And let's game. I will once again continue to take care of myself. Health comes first. We will see how many keys we actually get done today. I'm not in too much of a rush anyways because the goal this week is just 17. So I've got some friends, I at least have 2 friends tomorrow who said they would do keys, and we'll get 17s then. But today, basically, I'm going to push up my own key and 15, just chilling. I don't need to do like big keys today. We're not in that much of a rush. I also need to farm out crests so that I can actually upgrade my stuff. What's up, Warhawk? Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, we're going to start off with a 15 King's Rest, which so far has been the most annoying key this entire season, by far, bar none. It is an unbelievably frustrating key. Because of the first pull, and only because of the first pull, I'm going to probably start not doing that first pull, because it is actually just so frustrating. Yes, we're back in the King's Rest. Very funny series of events yesterday that transpired in this King's Rest, I tell you. Very funny series of events. So let's grab a shaman. This shaman looks pretty good, yeah? Let's grab a shaman, I think, and we'll send it. He's got 4 set. I don't think... Well, let's just grab whoever out of this queue. Maybe this shaman here, and then we'll get going. What's up? Good morning, El Bruce. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. I'm starting to... I think we're 10 days into the season, right? 9 days. And I really want to start asking people how they're feeling about Season 1 thus far. I think that it's a good time to sort of check in, excuse me, and give a little retrospective. And just to basically consider, good, not so good, how do we feel? I'm actually pretty interested in considering this right now. Cool? Do you like Season 1 so far? I'm going to ask this consistently because I am now in a position, all right, question of the day here. Basically, question of the day. Question of the day. Do you like Season 1 so far? They have been cooking with some different things this season, and I'm going to be really interested to know whether or not people actually like it. Because I am in a position where I get to make content about the game. And I kind of just want to check in with people and see where they're at. What's up, Brazil Dragon? Yo. Good morning, good morning. I'm enjoying myself. I want to say that so far I'm having a blast. In fact, I'm actually upset that I cannot be gaming more than I already am. I think that is my main issue, by the way. That is going to be the issue, I think. Is that I don't have enough time to play as much as I'd like. What's up, Womble? What's up, Womble? Love your video about the tank meta update. I do think, I'm really positive about that. I really think that even if Blood DK is 10% ahead on the overall damage, like I really think that this is a good season for tanks. We'll find out. We'll see. But one of the main questions right now is actually whether or not people are going to like the raiding. The season is pretty fun so far. All right, positive things. Let me just take a warrior out of queue or whoever. Sorry, I was distracted setting some stuff up. Ooh, Tor says hi. Torizi? Hello. Hi, Torizi. You here? Hi, Giggle. Good morning, good morning. You made me laugh. Oh, Blazins wants to come on his warrior. Could take him. Do we mind? Do we want? Oh, this guy's a big warrior. I would normally take this 317 warrior down here. Is that Blazins on his warrior? I cannot tell. Is that Blazins? Confirm, deny? I would take the 317 warrior, to be fair. You timed to 15? Giggle, you said something on your stream today that I disagreed with, by the way. You said something. I would normally take this guy. You said something. It is him. I would have taken him. My bad. I recognize the name. You said something on your stream, and if you have a second, you said, I don't think that I'm as good. I've seen you play. You're as good. Don't worry. A lot of times, some of the best players that I have ever met in WoW, or just let's not call, I don't know why we always have to go rank 1. I don't know why when we say the best player in WoW, we always have to be referencing like world ranked, you know, competitive, professional, MDI, Liquid Raider. No. A lot of the very good players in WoW just don't end up with the score that would justify their skill level. Because life, no desire, stress, it's not fun. Pick your reason. Pick your reason. Good morning, good morning. That's it. It's that simple. It's just like not everybody enjoys giga pushing keys, and the score doesn't always mean the same thing for everyone. But I have met a lot of pretty decent players, like really solid players who, if they wanted to, they could totally get higher score. I do that half the time. Last season, I stopped in May. Yeah, no, I mean, like, you can tell by the way that people play. But, you know, how did the pod go with Mr. Ops? Oh, it went well. I think it went well. It was a good conversation about rating. I'd be curious to know people's thoughts on it when it comes out this Saturday, Melvin. I liked it. He's a smooth talker. He's good. I think the podcast is something I've really been enjoying. But what I've noticed is that some people are more natural talkers and some people are not as natural at talking. So I started WoW near the end of Season 1, so I don't have many thoughts. Fair. Let me know how you keep feeling about the season then, Brazil Dragon. If you started WoW only at the end of Season 1, 2 questions. Number 1, how did you get into WoW? What brought you into WoW? You only started at the end of Midnight Season 1? That's like a month ago, 2 months ago. What brings you to WoW? And I wonder about that. And the second thing is, I'd be really curious to know how you feel over the next few months if you ever want to check in. It's something, how do I say this politely? One of the things that I don't like about WoW content creation in general, by the way, one of the things I don't like about WoW content creation is just, if you ever sit here and think, I know how everyone feels, you're wrong. And I know that let me explain myself. There's just too much variety within World of Warcraft. If I sit here, for example, and I say, I don't really like how hard this raid is, there are going to be people who say, but I love the fact that it's difficult because it's a challenge. And you go, oh, okay. And if I sit here and say, well, I really just want to play Mythic Plus and I don't love the fact that I might have to raid, there are going to be people who go, absolutely. And there are going to be people who say, but I love the fact that I have to raid. You see, there's too many different perspectives, and the only thing you can do wrong is pretend as though your perspective is the only perspective. Can't do that. Not in WoW. The game is too vast. People play it for different reasons. It actually is just, it's unapplicable, you know? What's up, Chorsh? Maybe I will push this season. I haven't decided yet. We're going to find out. You know, honestly, the first poll gets Omega bricked, but I'm pretty sure we can stealth it. Gets Omega bricked whenever we try to go big. Can we just kill the 2 golems? I know it'll be sad for overall damage. You want to just kill 2 golems? Just kill 2 golems? I mean, it's Brazil. Tis Brazil. It's a Brazil key, but I swear, every single time you ever try... Oh, wait, I'm streaming with Ken. Does he want to collab? I forgot. Oh. Yeah. I don't think you need to do that pull. Oh, also. Collab? Collab, quick. I've been maining VDH in Season 1. I really want to get good this season. Warhawk, however you will best enjoy the game, is an excellent way to play it. I think that if you think VDH will make you happy, as in getting good at that and being able to express some skill with VDH is going to make you happy, hell yeah. Do it. That simple. That's it. It's as simple as that. There ain't nothing else to it. Is VDH playable? 100%. Is it going to be perfect? Maybe not. Is it going to be the meta tank? I don't know. Do you like it? That's it. Like, I don't have to think about whether Guardian's going to be meta because I just like it. So I want to be able to play it, and I know I will. Okay. Did that work? No. No. Nope. Nope. I just open Chrome for it to do it fast usually. It's up to you. I'm right there with you. Druid for life. Yeah. Big Druid for life. Big Druid energy, Terezi. Big Druid energy. I don't actually know if that's how Druids feel. Yo, the race is finally happening, yeah? Liquid and people are actually on the second to last boss now. Bad Karma says, I started middle of season 1, always wanted to get into WoW, but always afraid I was too far behind the curve. Yes, Bad Karma. I feel that. Is it working now? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Let's roll. Let's do some keys. First key of the day. Am I gonna die? I keep coming back to Guardian every season. Do you know why I play Guardian? I think a lot of people get this wrong, to be honest. You want to know the truth? Like why I play Guardian? Good morning, Nevi. Did you see the raid guide I made for Guardian, by the way? So, yeah, let me answer 2 questions. All right, ready? We can go in, but first things first, all right? Watch fear, care aggro, right? Yeah. We can do the 2 golems in the room. We can do it, but just basically when ads spawn in room, don't be melee because they will clap you. All right, let's do this. I'm probably not going to get feared, although I am still psychologically scarred for when somehow this happened to me before. I feel like I can stealth or something. Like, there's got to be a way for me to get past these in the future. Nice, okay. Let's see if anybody does get feared behind me. What's up, Kel'Thuzad? Wait a second, Kel'Thuzad is in here. Damn. I feel like they could buff Maul. For sure. I do. I think that would be a pretty decent thing to do. If they were going to do anything, I think buffing Maul would make a lot of sense, to be honest. Apex proc. Summon the ads. Summon the ads. Did anybody do the RP? Wait, did they get the gong behind me? I saw the rogue go fight it. Wait, where are the enemies? Where are the enemies? Where are the enemies? This pull gets so messed up so fast. Ah, there it is. There's the melee death. There's the melee death when the enemies spawn. You can't have people in melee if you do this pull. There it is. There it is. Every time. Every single time I've tried to do this pull, it never works well. I'm starting to wonder if it's actually just me. I'm starting to wonder if I'm missing something somehow about this pull. I saw a cap totem on the first view. I'm not sure past that point if it was a cap totem that happened there or if it was what exactly. To be honest with you, I can't say I know what did the first view. I think Turn Evil is some tech that you can do. Turn Evil is pretty solid there. Yeah. I can't say I'm 100% confident because yesterday we basically spent an hour chain bricking to the first pull. All I know is that in the higher level keys as a tank, if I run past, I kind of let them deal with it, and it almost always ends up being fine. To craft my weapon, is there any difference? Nah. The pike is easier to get crafted because, just make sure there's the right stats, of course. Pike is easier because the recipe is more common. Patchworks. The obsidian halberd thing is like a rarer recipe, so it's just harder to find, but they're exactly the same. Don't worry about it. For druid, you mean, yeah? Bad Karma. You said that you've decided to push in. Just this morning, by the way, Bad Karma, I got to do a little podcast episode with somebody who it was great to ask their opinion on Mythic Plus, on Raid. They're a streamer who does community raids. And one of the things that will basically never cease to surprise me, actually, is just how many people absolutely love World of Warcraft, but are in fact afraid to push content. Because anxiety, because stress, because it's a social game, and because many reasons. Whatever your reason is, it's all valid. How do I like Bear in Season 2? I love this version of Bear. I actually... So, it's a hot take, I suppose, because I know that people are still used to last time, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, 100% sometimes. That's a very good point, Karen. This version of Bear has so much min-max. It's a perfect amount while still maintaining the identity of it not being that difficult. So I think that this is a, right now, current tuning without a nerf is perfect. I would be excited to play Bear all season. There are going to be ways, if I'm locked in, I'll do better. And if I am locked out, I will simply not. No, we're not using Raise. There are a few things I did know because I looked at this yesterday. Be highly wary of the Wowhead resources. I am not convinced that some of them are updated properly. Just be wary of them. Like the BIS trinket list, I was looking at it yesterday and I was like, this doesn't make sense. I was like, there's almost no way that this is correct. But yeah, especially raiding. Wow, I made a raid guy yesterday for Guardian. I can't even release that publicly though because it was too in-depth. When I make guide content for Guardian, okay, I want to make it accessible. Like part of what I do is I actually try to make it straightforward, right, Cam? Thanks for all the questions and videos. Awesome. You got your first 18 yesterday. Oh, Cam, which one? That's 18s are solid. I think my goal this week is actually just straight up 17s. I want to get Resil 17 this week, and then we'll see past that. You got an 18 Temple. That's a hard key, too. I think Temple is just like, there's some tuning things in Temple that are just hard, but the timer would be pretty chill. Yeah, I've only gotten to try a few 18s yet. We didn't time them. I died in a Murder Row 18 at one point. Yeah. I gotta farm some crests out. 18s are definitely checking. This trinket for Mythic Plus would probably be... Yeah, except that you know what's listed, Karen. The S tier trinket for some reason is the 2-minute altar trinket. But I don't understand because Incarn... That doesn't sync with your Incarn and Apex. And also the recommended build is still a Gory Fur Raise playstyle. And I don't really get why Gory Fur and Raise are being recommended. There's like no one is actually playing that. I think it's confusing. I think playing Gory Fur and Raise is like a bait. I don't personally, for Bear, I don't think that would be very wise. You would feel squishier, and I don't think you would do that much more damage. I don't think you would do any more damage actually, in practice. But it's probably like a robot thing. Beep, beep. What's up, Angel? Is this still... No. So, man. I mean, I made a guide for both keys and raid. The raid guide is hilarious. I'm going to have to ask if people even could follow that. So I went to do 2 bosses of Heroic last season, yeah? Problem is Flask from Murder Row if you're doing Mythic Plus only. And then there's the Ulatech Trinket. Ulatech Trinket is Omega. Nothing will beat the Ulatech Trinket. That's primary stat on 130. The problem is that the Ulatech Trinket, of course, is going to be very hard to get. Like, you have to bonus roll and kill it on Heroic, but Ulatech Trinket is 130. And then if you want the Mythic Plus alternative, which is slightly weaker, then you would play the Flask from Windrunner Spire. It's a primary stat, 572 crit baseline, 130 cooldown. Works well with Incarn. But the thing with... So, here's one of the things about primary stat, on-use trinkets. On-use trinkets have a very weird relationship. They're only offensive, mostly. Technically speaking, if you wanted the most defensive value, you would consider not playing a on-use trinket because you want power outside of Incarn. Because, like, your Incarn window is your tanky. Like, you're not going to die really normally during Incarn. You die outside of it. So if you always sync an on-use trinket for Bear, you're technically losing 2-3% tankiness outside of it. Especially if that trinket is, like, crit and not primary stat. All right, hardest pack in the dungeon, give or take. A perfect Apex. Good damage burn, good damage burn. Big damage here only. Yeah, this is a hard pack, actually. Help your healer. Does that make sense, Karen? A lot of people don't think about that because, once again, most people do just operate off of the quote-unquote BIS list, and then they don't really think about it that much. But it is something to consider and factor. Yeah, I would say that in general it's still worth it, but for many individuals, especially if they're not actually doing the big polls, I would agree. But for a lot of times, like in weekly routes or and stuff like that, you're not actually doing big polls. It's important to clarify that. Like you are, in fact, very rarely doing the polls completely around a 130. You would in higher keys, but it's unlikely that that's going to be a feature of your, first plus 12. Not impossible, but unlikely. Anyways, I hope that my content can help. I've been gaming so hard the last little bit. Like, I've actually been really enjoying the start of this season. The problem is I've been enjoying it so much that I haven't had time to make content. Because it takes a second to actually like record a video, and I straight up I'm just like working right up until like 5 minutes before I actually have to like go make dinner or like go actually work, and then all of a sudden I end stream and I immediately go to work, and then I wake up the next day and do it again. So hopefully this week I'll have a little bit more time. Yeah, so Presbod. There's no way. It must be a complete raid sim based BIS trinket list. This is the same situation as we had with Puzzle Box. That's what I think, Presbond. Presbond on YouTube says, I noticed that the BIS trinkets are Guillotine, Gebo's Bottomless Bag, and the Altar of Fang's 2-minute trinket. This has got to be The Sims. Just basically saying that that's the best. I just don't see it. I did play Guillotine Technique on PTR a lot, and I'm not sure, though. Yeah. No, I did want that, like, pin message for today. I want to see what people are saying about it. I really want to see what people think right now. TH. BIS healer trinkets? For tank, those are definitely not. But the reason I mentioned that niche pal and Giggle is because I know who makes the Wowhead list, and he's a giga gamer. I'm pretty much chasing him with parsing and whatnot for a while, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying that sometimes context is lacking because he has to make the list for someone. And people always ask, what's the BIS trinket? But if he the BIS trinket, in my opinion, just cannot be this single target raid damage kind of oriented based gameplay. Like, for keys, I don't think so. For Arcane, that's Arcane. I don't know about other classes. I know specifically Bear, because when it comes to Bear, I don't look at what other people are doing. I look at what I'm doing. I make my own decisions for Bear. I'm a pretty independent thinker when it comes to Guardian. I don't actually subscribe to I'm just going to see what other people are doing. And Guardian has this weird thing, as do many tanks, by the way. This is not a Guardian specific feature. But many tanks have this very strange relationship. Where the class representatives of that tank tend to disagree with what the actual people playing the tank really do. You see this all the time. Like, very frequently. It's actually incredibly common for, like, you see Kyrasis on Blood DK versus the actual Blood DK Discord. And the same thing with Bear. If you look at Squish and you ask Squish, he'll have a different opinion on what the Guardian Druid community, or me. Like, very rarely do we all agree. And it's because, fundamentally, we play the game in two different ways. Where the way that I'm going to suggest playing Guardian is based purely off of actually doing keys and playing a bunch of PTR keys. And seeing, like, where you're going to get checked, where you might need it. Like, do you need a defensive trinket? It's like, well, let's consider it. Here's where you might. Here's where you wouldn't. How can you do more damage? Well, here's where you can. Here's where you need to play safe, etc. But oftentimes the people who run the Wowhead articles or the Icy Veins or the this or whatever, they have to work off of theory. But they have to. This is not an indictment. This is not me actually getting mad at them or telling you that they're bad. They're not. They're incredibly good. But the only resources that they often have, some of them I really feel like they play a lot of PTR and test, but oftentimes the resources that they're working with are actually limited to just what the robot says. So it's theory-based. They say, well, hypothetically, this is the best combination of talents. But in practice, you're going to be 20% squishier and no one's going to play that. Do you know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that isn't considered very well. Do you find that when you don't do cookie cutter stuff? Oh, yeah, I mean, oh, yeah, 100% Giggle. Well, Giggle, I get judged a lot by how I play. In fact, even people who like me, I've heard a lot of funny comments about this. I've developed my own way of playing WoW, mostly out of adaptations about things that people don't know I deal with. But a lot of times, if you don't know that, you'll watch me, I move weird. As a tank, I click half my spells. But I do so because there's like a specific reason. It's just that no one ever asked me the reason. They just see I do it. But the main thing is that I have a joint condition, and I don't have an MMO mouse. I cannot have an MMO mouse because my right hand had an injury for a long time. What's the reason I play so zoomed in? Great question. I know it's weird, but I have always played like this. The second that I zoom out, and I have this bound, like I can zoom out, it is straight up difficult for me to see what's going on. I actually can't tell. If I zoom out fully, I'm like, bro, what is happening? I don't dodge mechanics well. I don't know. It's easier for me to actually go here and zoom in a little bit. I tend to prefer playing zoomed in. I play better. Oh, yeah, dude, it doesn't matter what my OI is. Everybody judges it. But that's because we still have this weird thing in WoW where it's like, there is a right way to play and a wrong way to play, which is false. But that's the mentality that we operate with. Everybody always says there's a right way and a wrong way. There is no right way or wrong way. Yeah, I don't know. I just play better like this. There are some mechanics I zoom out for because it is worth zooming out for, though. Dodge mechanics. Well, I mean, you've seen what my actual screen looks like, right? Just play the game, I say. I think so. But I don't think it's always quite as simple as that, to be fair. Oh, it's around. I think there's more nuance than that. You would not like your ultra wide? I, in fact, would not. I think I remember you showing me that, actually. Yeah. But yeah, I also think that at this point I've gotten to meet enough very good players. Very, very frustrating. Oh, yeah, well, I think I've learned to let it go, Giggle, mostly because there's no winning. Anyone who's going to complain and like really like flame me, like I'm talking like flame hardcore. I'm not talking like, oh, hey, Zaykath, for example, said, why do you play so zoomed in? I answer the question. He goes, okay. I'm talking people who are going to leave some nasty comments and some people who are going to be real Debbie Downers, not just Debbie Downers, but like full on Susans. And it's like, they're going to complain either way. They're going to find a reason. Like, they're going to say something no matter what I do. I could do exactly what they want me to do, and they would still find a reason to complain. Nothing I do is going to make that person happy, and they're not going to stop no matter what. I think it's much healthier and better to just simply accept that that's going to happen. Like, I don't know what, there's nothing I can do. Why do you think they do it? I don't know. Why do you think people are negative online? It's a good question. It's really, why do you think though? I haven't upgraded my gear this week, so my item level currently is 212. I think I equipped the cloak. But after I finish using all my crests, I have like 100 crests both to use. I haven't used them yet. I need to finish farming them first. What's SI here? 312, thank you. Yeah, I should be 315, I think, by end of week. Like when I finish farming out the crests and stuff. Good morning, Manuel on YouTube. Hello. But I play on EU. Hey, I wish EU and NA could play together. That'd be awesome. Giggle. You want to know why I think people are actually just like straight up toxic and rude online? Like the actual reason. So the real reason is this. Life is hard. The older we get, the more we realize that there's actually a lot of stressful things in this world. It is so much easier to say, okay, let me back up a second. Fundamentally, I believe, no matter how introverted you are, people need people. You can't actually go through life alone. It's not going to work. It doesn't. You might think it does. It does not. But it's also sometimes occasionally very difficult to make meaningful connections I think that most of us at some point have either been burned by a friendship or relationship, or have just been shown that maybe it's not okay to trust people properly. I think it's actually quite reasonable to develop some trust issues in the modern world that we live in, whether it's with the news, the media, people, your friends, whatever, your family. I don't know your situation. But what really happens is you don't know how to, you lose the ability to actually view yourself as not being an isolated individual in this world. And you can't exist like that. At the end of the day, if you really view yourself as actually being alone, like you're the only one who feels the way that you do, it is going to be super overwhelming for you to deal with all of the things that you have to deal with anyways. So what I believe happens is that the internet and the online space allowed people the opportunity to connect deeper and past that to solve this problem. But we never actually enabled the skills or even the deeper knowledge or the emotional awareness to recognize that you were never alone to begin with. So people are desperately not wanting to feel so isolated. You want community. You want to be recognized for you. You want to be liked for you. But it's kind of difficult sometimes to figure out what that means because, fuck it, those are hard questions. Those are not easy to answer, man. Who are you? What does that mean? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Well, let's think about that tomorrow, huh? Do you know what's really easy? Being an idiot online. If I'm an idiot online, I know that other people are going to be an idiot online. So, for example, if I want to communicate in humor that is really not that funny and should totally have been phased out, what I'm actually looking for is for people to respond in kind. So if I, for example, I'm like, yo, I tune into stream, for example, and I go, you blibbity 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 expletive that I will not say because it's not actually funny. What I'm actually hoping is that you respond to me in the same way, because that means that you get it. You're not alone. I'm not actually trying to be rude. I'm trying to find my people. I'm just doing so in a very unproductive, kind of immature way. So what happens when people actually criticize deeply on the internet is the fact that they are looking for their people. They're just doing it in the wrong way. And it's so much easier to be negative and find your people with that than it is for you to have the emotional maturity to say, I actually like joy and happiness and this and that. Because that's much harder. That's very difficult to do. That takes a lot of psychological work. It takes some therapy. It takes some this. It takes some that. So it's not so easy. And lastly, when you add the final point to this, I think it starts to make sense why people end up being so rude online, is that when you take this concept to the nth degree, you realize, man, sometimes I really do feel bad. And I don't know how to feel better. And the world doesn't tell me how to feel better. Everything is seeming to make me worse. Every time I try to improve my health, I feel better, you know? You can just kill boss, kill boss, kill boss. Can I kill boss? You can go boss here. My point is this. It is much easier for you to try to identify other people who are feeling bad when you feel bad. And lastly, you don't want to be alone. So if you feel bad and you don't know how to feel better, maybe if you make other people feel bad, then you won't be so alone in feeling bad. And that will make you feel better. I think that's why people do it, Giggle. I think that's why people leave nasty comments. That's why I can make a short about World of Warcraft, about boomkins and WoW as a joke, and people will respond to me with, that's why your wife left you. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? What did I do? And they're like, I don't know. I don't like the fact that you're happy. And I say, well, why don't you like the fact that I'm happy? And I never judge that. I'll never get mad at you for saying that. You know why you don't like the fact that I'm happy? It's because you want to be happy. That's all. And you don't know how to be. And I can't blame you for that because it's not so easy to be happy. Misery likes company, man. That's the reason why I think people are so hateful online. That's the honest answer. I think that is the truth. What's up, Tilted? How do be the keys? I think today I might just game with friends. I'm not too fussed about getting like some big keys today. Soak. I think today I'm kind of cool getting some, just like helping out. I want to get this up. Nothing runs. Yeah, Warhawk, that is also interesting to me. For what it's worth, though. Do not put it on others. The end result to suffering is that you don't want other people to suffer. The immature response to suffering is that you feel bad, therefore other people must feel bad, and voila. That's the immature response to it. So it depends on your perspective. King does But I think that's my honest answer, Giggle. Hopefully I'm proving that I'm much more than just a regular old frat boy douche canoe. I thought that was pretty funny. I've never been called that before. I think that because when people see me outwardly, here's the thing, right? When people see me outwardly, I think it's easy to definitely judge based on the aesthetic, and especially because I'm wearing sunglasses and like outside normally, and also I'm like sitting here like this, right? And I'm kind of intimidating in public because I've got permanent resting wow face, where it's basically like as I'm outside, I don't think people really understand. Basically, what happens with permanent resting wow face, it's a RWF, resting wow face. It's basically like when I'm outside, especially in a party or like a social gathering setting. A, the lights are bright, so I have sunglasses on because I don't like bright lights. But B, what happens is I'm sitting there and I'm like, I died in the plus 18 King's Rest last boss, so King Dazar, the next time I do it, I think I have to sequence Barkskin 2 seconds later. Maybe I can run to the left. Maybe I can soak the last circle there because the blade combo came out 7 seconds after the Gilded Destruction. And the last time I actually wasn't paying attention, so I know that the next time I go into that fight, it's not going to be a problem. That's what I'm thinking about when I'm outside. I cannot express to you that I'm actually just always doing that. Occasionally, like, it can just hit me at the most random times where I'm just like, oh, maybe if I tanked that boss over here, we wouldn't have died there, you know? Yeah, I mean, basically, that's what happens. That's legit how it works. But it was better. It was better. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of all the time. Did you get your Xbox link working? Yeah, it is. You just have to make sure that you are linking it to Xbox. Not Xwind. Make sure the import is Xbox. That was what was going wrong before. Hey, boss dead. Good job. Easy time. Like a butter. Like a butter. Nice. Well played. We have played 2 IO. I'll take it. It says parcel's not working or something like that. Unsure. Oh, yeah, no, seriously, the Reptiler, that's exactly what happens. Kitty knows that will never be a problem, because I actually physically don't even like talking to people anyways. Boots with different stats, verse mass instead of crit mass, that's fine. Yeah, it's true. We're not wrong. What's that belt? Crit haste versus, oh, I have that belt already. Cool. 16 altar. Next. No. I only like talking to people online. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't like talking to people in real life. I like talking to people online only. Yeah, online people are cool. Because I get to have this conversation. Well, I learned the other day that you can't just ask, not the other day. I've learned over my life that you can't just ask people the questions you really want to ask people. If you go out into the IRL world, you can't just be like, oh man, like your mother died? How does that make you feel? I don't know. Like, I want to talk. I don't know. That's like a serious thing. I want to ask you about it. You have to be like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Nice weather we're having. I like real conversations. What's the name of the add-on? Which one? Tell me the add-on that shows you the route. This one, MDT Helper, if you so desire. It's the overlay. I don't rely on it myself, but I have it up in case people want to ask. My chat is over this. All right, cool. 16 altar. Let's go. Not technically Resil unless we can find a 16 King's Rest. Not Resil, technically. Not Resil. I'm missing one. Just to clarify. Dark Moon Trinket turned into 341. Nice. You have fun with it? Which Dark Moon did you decide to use, Alls? We could just quickly look. 17 Murder is an easy key, too. I do not see the key I need. Cool. Let's go. 16 altar. How are you supposed to know if you should talk to someone outside? Been doing voids in season 1? Fair enough. I don't think they're that bad. Wait, hold on. I don't know. I work in sales and know the names of customers' dogs/cows. That's cool. It was 2 seconds over on 17 altar. He was nice. I remember him. Red Mustard wants to come. I think for this comp you need a shaman though. I think for this comp I play less shaman. He does have the note of gripping me into the boss. I vaguely remember this. Whew. Man, sweaty already. I've walked a lot. Right, I'm walking like too fast, I think. Gotta cool down. What's the add-on that shows country flags? A group finder flags. Crafted the staff with hero crest. Don't craft with hero. Oh, okay. Never mind. You can craft with hero. It's not the end of the world. I would say at the end of the day, if you mess up your gearing, it's not like it's actually the worst thing in the world, okay? I really want to clarify this. It's okay if you end up making a mistake with gearing. You will catch up. It is not, in fact, the worst thing in the world. All right? Red Mustard wants to come. Bet. Do we have enough dispels? We absolutely do. Red Mustard, bring it. I don't think a Warlock is the right comp for this whatsoever, but we could try. Because he made a good impression yesterday. A Warlock is definitely not the right comp for this. Trust the Boomy? Is that you? And you're supposed to, like, missing a warrior in this comp is straight up an extra 1 minute on the timer. Cannot express to you that not having warrior buff with a rogue and a red pally plus me is unbelievable amounts of damage. Technically speaking. When I say unbelievable amounts of damage, I mean we would have to actually be like a minute ahead, but I don't mind that much. Technically speaking, I should really take a warrior. The more I think about it, the more I realize you really want a warrior, but it's okay. I'm sure we can still time it regardless. The shaman's pretty decent. All right, yeah, we're NA ping. I'll ask him if that's all right. Cool. NA ping, okay. Last seasons, I'm grinding myself tanking M+ more and more, specifically the prompt pally, but I don't like the idea to study routes and have to check the add-on. You want to try to push for 3.4, 3.8. Yeah. I would say that that's ever so slightly higher than what I would really comfortably recommend here for, but there's a routing tip that I have for you if you don't want to mess with routes too much. That will probably make a big difference. However, you need to know that there are caveats to this, and it's not exactly a perfect system, okay? But in general, if you use my Platinator, 1 blue guy, 2 bright red guys. No more than that, and you're fine. Just pull like that. I'm serious. That's it. That's what you have to know. 1 blue guy, 2 red guys, and you will almost certainly be right. Cute healer in your group. Do you know them? Zir, is that you? Is that you? I don't know. Wait a second, I have a warlock. Can I get a summon? As a seasoned feral, I tried playing the owl. Then I tried Sand Lane Blood Decay. I had roughly the same HP bar and DPS over the Altar Fangs plus 10. Yeah. Yo, wealth, yes, ice cream, hell yeah. Bet. I will get some ice cream. You know how many, I've already eaten a lot today, Threezy, I'm doing good. I did good on my calories. Yeah, bits. Bits for ice cream. Send it. Beautiful. The ice cream fund goes ever higher. It goes ever higher. Thank you. Much appreciated, Torizi. All right, Altar of Fangs. I go. Porting. So, any advice to improve personal gameplay? What PG trim? What spec? I think it depends. I do have advice. We talked about this in the podcast earlier when I was filming with Mr. Ops, the podcast episode today that's going to come out in 2 days. Unfortunately, World of Warcraft has put you in a position. Oh, interesting. No, not for ice cream? Oh, wait, what's the bits for then? All right. Just bits because? Just bits because? For healthy foods? No, hold on, hold on. Ice cream is healthy food for me. I need the calories. Look, I'm trying to gain weight right now. I'm still trying. I need to gain a little bit more. I'm getting better. My abs are not nearly as visible as they used to be. But I'm still... I can gain another, like, kilo or two. And then I would be actually... I'll be happy about that, though. Cheese... Oh, man, I would love cheesecake. Dude, cheesecake sounds great. All right, let me not be lazy with the routing here. What did I do on the first boss there without... Yeah, 70k on first boss. That's pretty decent. All right, when do I also crap my crest this week? I need, like, a lot more. Right, don't think about that too much. Ooh, sweaty. Think this. All right. PG. World of Warcraft has unfortunately put you in a position where pretty much the only way to get better is to use external resources. I don't like this, by the way. Not a fan, but it is true. If you want to get better at WoW, you have to find a way to get better outside of the game, not inside of the game. Doesn't matter. Like, it's got to be outside of the game. Because there's nothing in game that will tell you how to improve, unfortunately. And I think that they should change that. I think that's actively bad, by the way. Like, I don't think that's good. Reconsider not being a fan of it. You are an external. I know, but it doesn't matter if it benefits me. I think that what's good for people, though, is that there should be something in a game, like a tutorial that you actually progress through. You know what I mean? I need to train me how to DPS so I can get to raid pugs. Okay. Raiding is its own thing about how to improve. What time of day is it for me? 2:30 p.m. My afternoon. Here, I'll walk a little bit during this, though. Hold up. Health in dungeons. It gets that a lot of dungeons get not enough tanks. A lot of people don't have enough damage. Don't know if it's a better change from last season. This season will be different. This season is going to be very, very, very different for tanks. I think. Like, a lot. Okay, I do want to walk in this. I've decided I am going to walk. Start the treadmill. I have to go fast. I have to go fast. We got to go fast. Are you ready? Boom. All right, hold up. I really have to make the treadmill go faster than this, though, because if it's too slow, I get panicked. Boom. Boomy Heart of the Wild. Barkskin. Taunt. Moonfire. The perfect sequence of globals here. I get my resources up. I'm alive. Good. I don't want to pull that pack near me. I'm actually too close to it. That's my bad. Watch the piercing his cast. I should put this back a little bit. It was not the perfect sequence of globals. I'm being lazy. But you can compare, if you want, this run compared to when I didn't have Forset, because I did actually do this key, although I did have a warrior buff at that point. I did do this key when I did not have Forset. It was the week one. It was actually the first 16 we did. And we were gaming. That key was not so bad. This key right here, though, observe. Super tanky even against these guys. I will probably have to kite here shortly, but not yet. Not yet. We're doing good. Giga gaming. Giga gaming. Giga gaming. Boom. No kiting needed. Not a single need to kite. Then we go into the small pull here, and I set my treadmill. Let's see just how much damage I can do. Sub-warrior buff, no windwalker buff, basically nothing. I only have the shaman. Yeah, guardian druid. That pre-incarn pull, I mean, you're going to have like pre-incarn plus pre-apex and stuff. You're going to be very tanky first pull. Curious how the route has changed since the count. I haven't looked at it, to be honest with you. It's a good question, actually. Like, I'm not exactly sure how the count has changed here. So, honestly, what's probably going to happen is that I'm going to do this thing, and it's called You Only Live Once route. Yeah? Basically, it's called the You Only Live Once route. Did you know that there is a buff for this place? I did not know this existed until I saw it in a video. Did you know there's a buff? Not looking, not looking, not looking. Walking faster. Nice. In the middle of this dungeon, I can get it. I'm a druid, and I have alchemy. It's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, we're actually pulling this. Basically, if I needed extra percentage, here's what I would do. I would taunt this. I would pull this. I would pull this. I'm going to intentionally add this. It is a lot to do, but I think it's okay. It's going to be 3 kicks that we have to manage, but I ultimately think that these guys, they do move in. Okay, I'm going to get this far kick, and we got it. I was holding my kick there as a tank tech, but I think it's okay. PG. Honestly, in my opinion, the best way to learn World of Warcraft is to find somebody that you trust and like, your favorite content creator, whoever makes the videos that you relate to and you just like them. Find them, and then all you have to do is ask them questions. No, that's actually, I swear to God, this is like the best thing you can do, is learn how to ask better questions in WoW. Dude, that Spirit Link almost actually ended my life. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That Spirit Link almost killed me. That is the best answer. The game itself doesn't do a fantastic job of teaching you, in my opinion. And so I think that you are left with this situation of basically, who are you going to trust? I would be wary about class discords. I would be wary about, yes, because it'll drop my health to the degree that I basically get 1 tap directly afterward, because it equalizes health within the pool, yeah? So a Spirit Link that I'm not aware of can function like a cap totem, because the way that it works is it equalizes health. Yeah, you can actually die to a Spirit Link. I could also die right here. Holy, need a little help on that gather. I'm mad. How did you get your MDT like that? It's an extra add-on called MDT Overlay. A little scary there. I'm going to SI. This one I do have to kite, so I'm just going to kite this one out now. Got to reset their stacks. Back to in-card momentarily. I'll be fine until I get back here. Little stun. Little apex. I should have held that apex for another 5 seconds. That's okay. MDT Helper. Yes, if you want the overlay. So, PG Trims, are you still here? Because I don't mean to get distracted. It is a genuinely good question, and I think it is super worth considering. Yeah. But basically, I don't have a perfect answer. I think that the skills that will actually take you to the next level... All right. Let me put it this way. Freedom, the dot thingy. Ready? We have Windrush and Freedom. I think we pull both. We're going to pull all of this. Watch aggro. Woof. Scary pull, actually. Very scary pull here. Can be. As long as we don't let it kick off, and then we understand to Freedom the dot here, we'll be okay. Maybe we have a Windrush, too. Windrush would also be very helpful. Burp, burp. Frontal. You going to live? Nice. 1 second. Locked in, locked in, locked in. I got to reset this real quick. Otherwise, I'm going to die. Healer needs me to help him right now. Healer needs me to help him right now. This pull spiraled out of control. Uh-oh. All right, lock in, lock in. It's not Resil. It's not Resil. I'm gaming right now. I'm gaming. I'm gaming, I'm gaming, I'm gaming. I don't think this is impossible. I do think you need people to help you. War Stomp it. Into this. Oh my god, I got the dispel on me. That's not good. That is not good. It's not good. Okay. Okay, you don't actually need to do that pull. I just thought it would be fine. What happened there? We had little deaths. I actually don't think you timed this with 7 deaths. Okay. Go 15. All right, 15. There it is. No problem. 15 it is. What was the death there? My Warlock is pumping. Do. We don't have to combine that. We can just split it. Nice. Good job, Eldred. Nice, nice. We used to just whisper the best skills in game and ask them questions on how to play. It is actually the right thing to do. I've been doing WoW coaching now for about 7 to 8 months at this point. Nah, it's one of those, if people know how to get out of it, then it's fine, but you actually do need people to use buttons, and we got hit by frontals and didn't use buttons. Oh, they're pugs. I know the Ret Pally in here. I know the Ret Pallies, and I just met the Warlock yesterday. No problem. Bye, Red. I think we just got hit by frontals there. I'm pretty sure that's what spiraled at. Actions, deaths. Ooh, I'm getting hot. Frontal. This one was the... And then the healer died, and then it basically spiraled, yeah. Yeah, no problem. The only way to do that is, if you have the Ret Pally Freedom the first dot, then those guys do nothing. You Freedom the first one, you can, like, Wind Rush the second one, and then you can, for example, Freedom the third one then, and then you're fine. You don't actually have to deal with the dragons. Yeah. But you don't... So if that happens, I just think to myself, nah, we could have just soloed it. Is this route and disc? The push key? I haven't updated push routes yet. Not entirely. Holy fuck, it's hot. Whew. Feels extra hot today, I swear. Yeah. The issue there is that we did not have Wind Rush for it. Oh, no, we did. We had Jetstream, but I think we might have overlapped. And then, so if you Freedom first set, first one, then just get out of second. Freedom back up for 3. For third. Those guys don't do anything. But you can also split. Taiwan. It's not Taiwan. Oof. Should we take a Beast Mastery Hunter? Be kind of curious about that. Okay. Well, for 15 is Brazil. I'm missing just the King's Rest, which is still frustrating that we had that failure yesterday. Because we should actually... Yeah. It's all good. No problem. No problem. No. Let Pally Freedom first. Let Pally Freedom first is better. Oh my god, guys. Why does it feel so hot today? I feel like I need ice cream and also ice something. A Devour Demon Hunter. Bro, I haven't played with a Devour Demon Hunter in literally forever. Let's take him. I want to see how this goes. I haven't played with one in a long time. I'd love to see a Devour Demon Hunter. Look at this rainbow comp we've got going on. Okay. May focus. Good morning, Jira. No need, Terezi. Terezi, remember, if you ever wipe your group with a pull, the pull is not worth it. Seriously, and I don't even care, and this is applicable for literally every single level of keys. Listen, if you ever wipe your group with a pull, don't do the pull. In almost every level, it's not worth it. People lose so much damage if you are giving people a lot to worry about. Yeah. Yeah, the Beastmaster buffs. How are you feeling about Ret Pallies? Ret Pallies are good. I played with the current best Ret Pally on NA. He's pumping. I think Ret Pally is kind of slept on. Like, I think they're doing well. They have fair utility this season. They have a lot of great utility this season, actually, if you're not playing with an H-Pal. If you're not playing with an H-Pal, I feel like Paladin is actually in a pretty good spot, Ret Pally. I would say good, actually. He won button rotation. Yeah. I would actually say Paladin's good. All right, PG tips. Let me get back to the topic I was talking about. I'm locking in. I've got you. Since I have started doing coaching, and I've been doing coaching now for pretty much this entire year, it is the end of August, okay? Who is he? Well, the guy I'm playing with right now, Jira, is playing Ret. If you want to ask him questions, Level Up Kent is a super chill guy if you want. Do you see the guy I'm streaming with? He's just a chill dude, and he has WoW tattoos across both of his arms. So if you ever have questions about Ret, though, he might be able to answer. Sorry about Havoc on Monday. The Havoc buffs, nice. Level Up Kent. He's not a top Ret Pally. He's good, though. I don't think you always have to study from like the top rep pallies in the world. I know Melee. I don't know if Melee is playing this season. If Melee is ever streaming, you can always ask him questions. He made the guide with me before for rep pally. He is arguably the best rep pally in the actual world. But sometimes when you are looking at like top rank 1 players and you ask them questions, they oftentimes can't respond because they're either in keys or they don't know how to teach or they're not really aware of that stuff. So for what's worth. Okay. What you actually need to know is this. PG tips, if you're still here. Hope you're enjoying your dinner. Well, here's what you actually need to know about learning World of Warcraft. Once you get the fundamentals right, this game is not that hard. The fundamentals are the thing that are not taught. So many tips and tricks as a tank. There's a reason why people pay for coaching. There is a reason why coaching is so successful. I'm not cheap when it comes to coaching, and no one regrets hiring me. I've never had a single coaching session where they go, is that it? They go, oh my God, I had no idea about literally any of that. And it's like, yeah, I know. Isn't it crazy that the game just does a bad job of ever teaching you this? And they go, whoa, for real? And I go, yep, that's how it works. And they're like, damn. So oftentimes people focus so much on rotation or this or whatever. Do you know what the greatest DPS increase I can give my team right now is? You want to know what it is? Think about it. This pull right here. The greatest DPS increase I can give my team is not moving right now. It's not min-maxing my own rotation, which, by the way, I'm blasting. I know that I'm blasting. But the fact that I kept it pixel stacked means my entire team can do damage because they need me to keep the mobs stacked. It is, in fact, imperative. Like, I know I blasted that. It's not just don't die, though. Like, you can see my overall damage on that first pull is super high. But that's not actually what enables me to be a successful tank. The pacing and understanding when to move, how to kite, how to do the foundationals of tanking are actually what enable your team for success. Because what many people don't realize, like me being able to war stomp and walk back in is actually more of a DPS increase than me hitting Stampeding Roar and running away. Because if I run away, then the mobs are going to get split and my entire team is going to want to do AoE damage. But they only should be hitting the Chieftain because he's the prio target. However, if I am not on the Chieftain, my team is not going to hit the Chieftain. There's no way. And this is how you help people with their keys. Like if you want to go help your friends with a 15, this is what you do. This key is a Resil key. I'm just helping friends. It's not IO for me. I timed the 16 last week. Easy. No problem. This pull right here has a lot of calculus to it. Which do I pull first? How do I group this? If I Moonfire these, I need to make sure I have a plan for threats. Because that right there was actually, what I just did was an absolutely crazy miss global because I was going to show you something and I completely messed it up. That cost my team more damage than any amount of my own rotation. I was setting something up, but I was 2 seconds too fast for my Heart of the Wild. I should have slowed the pace of this dungeon to make sure that I had a plan for threat. When these leeches die, how am I going to manage my movement? Those things are actually what define a successful tank, and they're what's going to make people want to add you after the key. I cannot express. You will never be tuned high enough where your own individual damage is more important than you enabling the team. Your job as a tank is to let your team do maximum damage, not for you to greed your own damage. Many tank players don't understand that because it never explains anywhere. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, these types of things really matter. The fact that I went to go do that totem is a time loss. That's a 3-second time loss in the key because I was like, I'm in a pug. Let me just go get the totem. But it was actually a mistake. Technically speaking, me delaying getting the totem here is a problem. Now, I might not want to route these little leeches in, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull the leeches because I know that this is a pug and we have melees and I'm about to kite. And when I kite, somebody is going to pull the leeches. So if I pull them now, that means that the pull is not chaotic. If I have a Spear Link here, I can stay in for a little longer and just greed some damage, because then I'm going to go Vortex, and I'm going to back up. But that Vortex to kite with is more impactful. Oh, I didn't actually press Vortex because I'm lagging a little bit, my bad. But now I have to Typhoon. So the Typhoon loses damage, the Vortex would have kept the damage. Little things, little things, little things. How do you explain all that? Where do you learn? Outside of doing coaching with me or watching my videos, I don't know. Like, that's the honest question. Where do you learn this? It's like, does the game ever go over any of this? How would you understand that my Ret Pally, his AoE is an 8-yard radius? Like, he needs the mobs to be pixel stacked. If I start kiting wildly, he's not going to be able to do damage. How do I communicate that? How do I show people that the only thing that matters here is not stressing my healer out on pull and grouping them to a central location? Did you see that? See how every mob walked in perfectly and they're all pixel stacked? That's a good tank. But a bad tank would have walked pack to pack because now the things are not pixel stacked. Seriously. See how see how the leeches basically walked in here immediately perfectly? And then what I can do is watch this. Right when the leeches die, I can actually typhoon them away intentionally so that we don't have to worry about the puddles and my melee can have full uptime. Look at that. And I telegraphed exactly where I was going. It was super obvious what I was doing. So now we don't have to move wildly and my Ret Pally has full uptime. And look, he's blasting. I'm enabling him to blast. I'm also doing good damage. I'm beating my Devourer Demon Hunter. But, you see? I don't need to soothe these because there's only 2 of them in the pull. It's a wasted global. I'm fine. My health is chilling. So, how do you learn these fundamentals? The game, I think that there should be a tutorial in game, but there is no tutorial in game right now. So instead, if you watch the videos, you'll be like, oh, he did what now? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Or if you do the coaching, you're like, oh my God, like this hour has been enlightening. I think the problem with trying to learn it yourself, Mita, is the fact that you don't know when you're messing it up. If that makes sense. In my opinion, there's no way for you to understand whether or not you're messing it up. How much is the coaching? I offer coaching through Tier 2 Patreon. I had to raise the prices early because I'm actually so busy with it. But it's $55 for an individual hour through PayPal, or it is Patreon $50 for the month, and you get access to all the Patreon content. And you get 1 call with me per month on Patreon. I wish that the game did a good job of explaining it. Sounds cheap. I know some people who do coaching for less than that, but I also think that coaching... Let me put it this way, Mita, before I get into the coaching stuff, which is very interesting, because that's a fascinating conversation. Basically, oh, we missed the totem. Where? This one? Cool. Let's go. When you said that you could just play and learn and develop reps, that is super important. Yoda's is like, he charges $350 for coaching? Brother, what the hell? He charges $350? For a coaching session? Really? I didn't know he charged $350. That is actually insane. $350 is kind of wild. I think that's interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. That seems like a lot. My single target is pumping. My single target is pumping. Wow. That is a lot. Per hour? Or like for a course over a month? That seems like a lot. I have some people who do coaching with me like once a week, and they pay for the month. I have that. But not $350 is... Yeah, I'm about to say, like, there must be something I'm missing about this. $350. Damn. I do think that coaching is super valuable, though. I think that if you want to learn how to get better at WoW, you should absolutely just either pay for coaching or watch videos. But it's hard because even from my perspective, it's hard for me to make a video that just says, here's everything you need to know. Like, let's say, for example, I were to post this to YouTube. What do I title it? What should I title this video? Fancic. Never say never. That's a fair bit of money there. Point is, do I title this How to Tank Mythic Plus? But then there's going to be people who click on it and want something else. Do I title it Plus 15 Ultra Fangs? Do I title it How to Carry Your Friends? What do I title it? Now, I made a video the other day with How to Tank Pugs. And it was a plus 11 Temple of Sethralis that I did not need, but I was going to help a friend. We had 2 mages and a hunter in that comp. And I thought I did an absolutely masterclass type guide on how to tank pugs. I could not have done better. Legit, could not have actually been better. That video was, if you watch that video, you will be unbelievably good at tanking pugs. What's the core topic of the video? How to tank pugs, everything you need to know, live actual decisions that I'm doing in a key. From how I manage the pulls, from how I pace, from how I actually group things, for the considerations that I make, what I can do to carry a dungeon like Temple of Sethralis, while also in a pug that I don't trust anyone to do their job, etc., etc. Like there's 10 different things in there, but I don't know what to title it, because when I post it, it's not technically a guide that I filmed. It's just one of, like, this conversation here. Have you learned something from it? Even this video right now, out of it as an example, have I taught you something about tanking here? And teaching lessons, and if you make more teaching, wow. You know what's really funny? So I have a real job, and my real job is one-on-one time with me. My real job is that I get to help people with very cool medical conditions. I'm very good at my real job. Like, I'm exceedingly good at it. I really think that in my field, I am one of the best to do what I do. I get to work with people in their living room with access to almost zero fitness equipment and help you transform your life. And the rule is, if you work with me, I get you where you want to go. End of story. End of story. Like this pull, think about how pixel stacked I was. Think about how I chained the blood letters in a little bit late, although I could have done it a second earlier. But that, I went to the main target. I went to get the first kick, so it grouped properly. And then I think I'm going to add an extra side here for percentage. Yeah, I hope that my content is helpful, because ultimately, if you don't know these fundamentals, like look right now, this pull, see how I gathered that? 0 aggro problems, although I am playing with a rogue and he does have tricks of the trade, so it's a little bit unfair, this dungeon. But now I'm going to be moving. As I move, I'm going to make sure that I get the kick on this caster. I'm not going to trust anybody else to do it. I'm going to in-cap it. I'm going to kick. We had a sigil go overlap. And then I'm just going to make sure I move so that my melee have uptime. And I'm going to keep it nice and stacked. And I'm going to move backwards. I'm not going to move left or right, because if I move left or right, by the way, what happens? We have a butt pull. Everybody knows this. Think about it. What happens if I were to move left or right here? Then that corner will pull, or this corner will pull? Almost certainly, yeah? Would you agree that that would happen? So I think I actually want something more in this area for percentage. Otherwise, we have to fight the extra chosen. I don't really mind either way, but I think we'll play it safe this dungeon. Yeah, I think that the one-on-one nature of work is more important, because there are questions that people ask and they need to be applied to you. The reason I am good at my fitness job is because, yes, it is important to understand the biomechanics of the body, but it is actually less important, by the way, to understand that than it is to understand why people are in the situation they're in. That is single-handedly the most important thing to understand. If you want to transform your life physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, socially, whatever you'd like to use, understanding the different models of medicine can be very helpful, but the reason you need to do that is because the biopsychosocial model is true. It is it's a far more applicable way to look at your own health than many people will give it credit for, because so many people look just physically or just this or just that. You'll go to a psychiatrist for antidepressants, but you won't look at what you're doing physically. Or you'll look at what you're doing physically, but you won't actually go look at your mental health. And if you look at your mental health and your physical health, you might not look at your social well-being, which is actually a huge part of both. And the trick is to figure out where you're going to get the most bang for your buck on all three, and then apply that to your individual life. That makes a massive difference. I just kicked the boss to charge back. I really hope that somebody has this kick, because I'm supposed to save it for the last kick. Thank God. Ooh, yeah. Can you ask a question? Yeah, of course. Can I ask you a thing? I have a 2 Mythic Shrek weapon in Vault, no other option. Did you already craft a weapon? If you haven't crafted a weapon, you can take a Mythtrack weapon, and that's technically better. But if you have already crafted a weapon, then you would take bonus roll. Oh, the thing about Mythtrack weapon is that you also have to consider where you're bonus rolling, technically. A Mythic weapon, the only reason I crafted is because I wanted to play week 1, and I know I'm not going to raid, and I'm not going to kill Heroic Ulatek probably this week, so it'll be an unfortunate overlap if I get it on my first bonus roll. But I crafted a weapon for that. Short-term power, this season, there is no perfect answer for gearing. You have to consider what your goals are and then apply accordingly. Just like the fitness stuff. But yeah, that's what I do for actual work. And in my fitness job, I have relatively variable pricing because if I want to work with you, I will work with you and I will find a way for you to pay me. As in, if you cannot afford my actual rates, I will most likely, there's a minimum I have. The minimum these days is at least 75 for a session. I think I've taken like 1 or 2 people below 75 for a session, but I wish if I won the lottery, I would just work with people for free. No, I mean, I think genuinely, like, I wouldn't take somebody for 50 right now. It's too low. And I don't think I could rationalize the fact that I've spent a decade of my life learning complicated, absolutely insane medical information that can make such a fundamental difference in people's lives. And I would technically, if I took somebody for $50 a session, then I would be making more from coaching World of Warcraft, which is I'm also passionate about, but there's no way that that would make sense in my head. I don't need to overcharge people. I am easily worth 200 plus per session, at least, minimum. But I don't need to overcharge people. It would just be extra money in savings. I like being able to help people. But it's something that I enjoy. If I won the lottery, I would be able to just help everybody for free, specifically teenagers. I think specifically young people, like people in their 20s, man, you will save yourself so much pain, effort, suffering, etc., if you just understood some basic health foundations. Holy, you would be just feeling incredibly better if you understood basic health stuff. Tree session is insane. I wonder, so I mean, I guess the question would be, if you pay $350 for a session with that, does it help? How much better, what are the key level increases you get? I would be curious to see, like, what the feedback is on that. So there's some sort of buff to the left here. I'm actually trying to figure out where it is because I swear I don't know what this is. It's over there. That's the buff. So there's a buff here. Yeah, it's that buff. There's a buff in this dungeon. You could do this. We've been doing pretty good this key, but our timer is like a little bit sus. Bro, I swear you're not supposed to pull all of this together. I think you just let this go. And I let my overall damage fall mightily because I don't combine this. Yeah. Well, that's the question is, okay, if you pay $350 for a coaching session and it gave you 5 key levels of IO, is that worth it for you? Let me ask you, actually. Do you have Iron Fur baked? I would definitely macro Iron Fur this season. I think macroing Iron Fur this season is a must. All you need is a single unmacroed Thrash to make sure you proc Apex when you want. That's it. It's like the easiest fix in the world. But you're swimming with Rage this season. If you do not macro your Iron Fur, you will almost certainly be wasting Rage. So this is macroed with Iron Fur here. And I think it's absolutely worth it. So I have it unbuffed on E, and then I hit this, and then I'm done. What are your stats? Yeah, I haven't looted enough rings or options yet, Bertation, so I am actually super heavy crit verse right now. I think I would want a little bit more haste for sure if I could find it. But I haven't looted enough items. Don't look at stats actually at the moment, because stats won't show. They're basically depending almost entirely on what item drops you've gotten from keys, right? Which is pretty RNG. So like I have these 2 rings, and they're the only 2 rings I've looted thus far. Hence why my haste is effectively 3% with a flask. I have like 1% haste without a flask. I think we're just pulling the extra chosen, by the way. We're going to go in and we'll go like this. So my overall damage in this dungeon would have been like 170k probably overall if I had actually routed more aggressively. But I don't believe in routing aggressively. I believe in just timing this up for my friends. So I'm not going to make those decisions. You wouldn't do that, Teresi? I think it's an actual question, though. I would be very curious to know if people benefit from 350. Would you pay 350 US dollars for a single coaching session? Not with me. Would that... Oh, I have my messages off normally during game. No. 350 is a lot. I mean, I guess what would you have to get out of a 350 coaching session? That's the real question. This is season 2. That's a lot. That's the question, right? What would you be getting for that value? Technically, I mean, hey, supply demand. Yeah, you would need to get something that you can't mention here. That's fair, though. Yeah. I need a 16 Kings rest for my Brazil. We should have had that on 17, and then we had 7 deaths or whatever it was tilted yesterday on the last boss, and I was just like, ah. And then we did 16, and then the first pull was super cursed, so now I don't have Brazil. But it's okay. Do you like Season 1 so far? Oh, yes, that is my question of the day. I want to know if people like Season 1 so far. I'm curious to know what people think about Season 1 thus far, though. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, I feel like 55 for a session with me is... I'm pretty happy with that. So what happens is that eventually, right now, I have coaching, give or take, almost every day. At least one call almost daily. It's around 25 to 30 calls a month, give or take right now. Yeah, somewhere in there. It kind of varies a little bit. I think last month was like, I didn't keep track properly, 22 calls or something like that. And I really like the coaching. It's my preferred teaching format. Like, I prefer being able to actually work with people one-on-one. But so eventually what happens is when my real job, if I pick up another client or two there, that takes priority. And then if coaching eventually just becomes something that I don't have time for, well, I will have to raise the prices again. And then perhaps I'll raise it to 65 or whatever. But it's not like that the actual information should be super paywalled. So we need both of these, and we don't quite have percentage to go in. We actually need this chosen here. This is not percentage. This is not quite percentage. We need 1%. I did actually need one more mob earlier. Okay. So it's either the extra piercing guys, where you need 1% at the end of this. You need to be 90 for this pack. All right, noted. We have time. It's not a problem. It will be a percentage thing after this, though. Probably after last boss, we'll just go back and get it. Yeah. I'm not trying to be greedy. Normally, the way I believe, I don't think I'm a great business person because, I'm willing to work with people that I want to work with for probably, if they can't afford me, I still don't want them to not have access to good health. So normally we'll try to work something out. But the other thing is that I normally just think about the base. Like, what could I reasonably live off of? What is worth my time currently? And then I just roll with that. I don't feel the need to overcharge people. It doesn't feel worth it to me. It's not that I'm too nice, it's that I actually like my work. Percentage after. No, it's like I like my job. Wait a second. Yeah, it's like 0.5 off. I knew it. We're exactly one mob off. So a single mob in the second area and /4 adding the first pack would be fine. You would need one. You just need one extra caster, which I think is very doable. Watch out. I'm planting. I'm not being stubborn. Good. The reason some of us spend stupid money supporting. I do appreciate that. I told myself, I mean, listen, I'll be real. I like streaming. I like doing the content stuff. managing a real, and also my ultimate goal was to save. I told myself that once I had X amounts in my bank account, I would get a dog. It's been my life goal for a very long time. Hi, supportive, by the way. Good morning. I told myself that once I saved up a certain amount of money, I would get a dog. I have hit that threshold. So now I just need to figure out when I'm actually getting a dog. It's been my life goal for a long time. I really want a dog. So, just think it like this. You just go around the side like this, though. What breed? I really want a golden retriever. I've wanted a golden retriever forever. My dream dog. Yeah, golden retriever. You basically just go corner here. I don't think there's a super secret strat for this boss. You actually just basically roar and then go here. But yeah, so I've been saving up money for the dog. Don't go woo? No. Once I get a dog, that dog will be my priority. But I also have to manage, so basically, I want to stream in my daytime. I have to manage my actual job. I have to manage now the coaching calls. I have to manage being in a relationship, which is important to me. And she deserves all the time in the world as well. And then I have to manage my own health, which is not always the best. So there's a lot for me to think about and spend my time on. I don't mind rising to the challenge. I'm pretty happy to challenge myself, you know? But I did tell myself, it was the beginning, I think it was the end of last year. I told myself that if stream actually made $0, like if it made effectively negative money, holy, I would quit. I did tell myself that. I did actually say to myself, hey, this is a lot of time. You know, I'm turning 30 next year. If in 2026 stream just does not make any money, I will stop. I did say that to myself. I basically made myself promise that I would quit if it didn't make enough money. And I gave myself an amount. I had thought about that. Because I'm getting older. All right. Percentage. Go, 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 go. We need a little bit of percentage. Looking for group simulator. What's up, E-Child? Prot Warrior is twice as fun for me than any other tanks. I think Prot Warrior is actually doing okay right now. I don't think Prot Warrior is bad. Oh, getting along with cats? Yeah, we'll see, Techno. We do have to socialize them. We are going to have to socialize them. No, yeah, you can't find 16s right now, Tilted. The only way to do so... I have been lagging like something fierce this key, by the way. I have been lagging so hard this key. Doesn't seem like the ping is that high, but it is. Yep. I mean, if I get one, I'll let you know. But as of right now, if you want to be doing like 16, I think into 17s, you basically do have to have a team at this point. All right, let's see what I got. Yeah, 16, I got Murder Row 16. He's 16. But I need a 16 King's Rest and then I'll have Rizzle. Maybe move on to 17s tomorrow or whatever. Well played. I think Prot Warrior is good right now, actually. Girl ship the waterfall next year. Be cute. Be cute. I do want to know if people are enjoying... Wait, what is this? Not a writhing serpent. Is that the ring? Oh, no, it's an intellect trinket. Do you need trinket? Let me ask if they need the trinket, because I need one for rest, though, if I was going to play it more. All day. If I'll get into it. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I think Rhett is actually pretty good right now, genuinely. I do, no problem. Does the Demon Hunter need the trinket? Because it's just an in trinket, and I need one for resto. Impa? Does he need it? Yeah, of course. Thank you. I don't know what this does, but it's something for intellect. Aight. 16 Murder Row. I'm enjoying Season 1, but I felt bad that I should wait for the vault. That is true. So, Forset, yeah. I just break my 17 Murder Row. Yeah, Devi, what happened? Murder Row is... we should have had this earlier. Did I tackle the question mark boss? I tried it 3 times and then quit. Yeah, no. I tried it 3 times and then decided to stop. Don't at me too much. I couldn't do it. I tried it 3 times and then I was like, nah. It's not my vibe. No, I couldn't. I thought about it and I was like, nah. It's not gonna be for me today. Maybe tomorrow. On the boss to second, on the funnel to second boss. Oh. No, 17 murder rows in queue. Nah, if there's no 16, let's just do mine. Run it up. Do it on Boomy. It's somewhat easier than on Bear. Really? It's okay. I mean, I'll get to it eventually. I suppose it's crests and like, I need to get, I can get like 3 more item levels this week, which is pretty good. Anabolic. Is that the old DK? Is that Anna? It's NA ping, but Warrior is the right choice here. Vamu, Shadow Priest. We probably just go Warrior and Shaman buff to make sure the timer is chillier. And let me sit down for a second. All good. I think it's easy to be in a rush, and I certainly like competing early on. Like, I like being able to say, oh, look, like, I'm up there on the rankings for Guardian Druid. It's okay. We have so much time, you know? There's really no rush for keys. It's just the start of the season. There's no point in burning out early. I still have a theory. Hate wants to come on his Warlock. Dude, I know him and I like him, but I still think you don't need a comp for this necessarily. On the friends list, man. Brotus and Boris. This is a good combination. Shane Gills, the comedian. Am in stream. Are you good, Shane Gills? I can join in now on your Havoc Valdred? Okay. Sure. Rest in peace, Shane Gills. I almost took him. He said am in stream. I was about to take him. Valdred, sure, come here. My pump? Okay. You just gotta not die for this. That's pretty much all that matters. And then you need a healer. Probably a Resto Shaman. Now you kind of need Resto Shaman for Lust. And the buff. Hate, I was about to take... I saw you there, and I was like, oh, I'm about to take you, Hate. I saw you. I know you're on my friends list. I do actually believe... We had Red Mustard in here earlier. The real Shane Gills? Damn, what a goat. He makes some funny stuff. I was about to take you. I thought about it. Look, listen, man. I'm a Guardian Druid. I can play with whoever. I can play with a caster comp. I got a Druid buff. It's universal. Oh, yeah. Let me sit down for a bit. Whoosh. Let's just say that I wanted to post that run as an example, though. What would I call it? Because, like, there was a lot of very useful tank information during that key. But I don't know. Throughout stream, I feel like, honestly, if you want to learn how to tank, you should just ask stream. Like, just come on stream and hang out, because I don't know what else to do. I can only post 1 YouTube video a day. I think I have learned that. I think, basically, 1 YouTube video a day is kind of the limit for that. I don't think I can really do more than this. Every time I have tried to up the frequency, it doesn't work. Scorvus. Okay, Scorvus is geared as hell. 317. Damn. Hey, are you having a good season? I'm actually curious. I filmed a podcast episode today with Mr. Ops, and I was curious to know. It really is the question of the day. Do you like season 1 currently? It's fun as hell. Do you think you will still like season 1 in 1 month? That is the question. That is the question. You have a group? Good. Yeah, having a group is OP. Having a group is the answer. Yeah. If you like the people you play with, it is the secret, you know? Fornox, yo, I'm sorry if I missed all of your comments earlier. I hope you had a fantastic workout. Have a good time with the dungeons. BRB. Okay. And Lil, What's up, dude? Love pugging and also meeting people. Know I can hang. For me, vibes are everything. So I think at this point, wait, key. You are NA. I'm NA OCE. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. If I play NA or OCE, my ping is bad either way. And got a weird verse haze shoulder for Rogue. I forgot time walking was a thing this week. You can get tier out of time walking, supposedly. Apparently. I play NA/OCE. But I play from Thailand, so the time difference is always weird in terms of trying to find a group to play with. I cannot send Crest yet because I need to cap on the Mythic Crest this week, so I need 40 more. I need like several more keys. Did you not know that, Devi? I haven't talked about that in a while, I guess. Yeah. I live in Thailand. So my ping is always very high. Y'all great and get a hero piece. Interesting. Bet. The real question is, do I want more ice cream today? Terezi did donate to the ice cream fund. We technically have received ice cream level donation. Interesting. Started watching my streams like last week. Oh, really? Well, first of all, welcome in, Debbie. I hope you like my streams. Second of all, it is so weirdly hard sometimes for me to keep track of who's who. Especially last week with the actual degen like amount of hours that I was streaming, because I normally don't stream that long. I really sometimes I remember information, I just don't remember who the information is attributed to. So for example, Enlil will say something like DEF CON ice cream tier. Tomorrow I'm gonna remember that somebody said DEF CON ice cream tier, but I don't always remember who. So Devi, wow. There's another person in stream who has a name very similar to yours. And I kind of thought that you were them, to be honest with you. And what's more awkward is we can have this conversation and I would still forget. This is not a guarantee that tomorrow I will remember all of a sudden. All right, Devi, here's the real question. Here's the actual question for you. Yeah, basically, I don't know why. My brain has very limited capacity, I feel like, when I stream, because I'm normally focusing on stuff, right? But here's the real question. If you've only known me for a week, how would you describe my streams? To the best of your... Like, give me something. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just kind of curious. How would you describe the stream? After this key, if we time it, I move. What's up, Philip? Yo, good morning. What is that buff in the top right? 59, like purple and silver circle. Kazuda, that is the old augment ruin. Adorkable. Oh, yep. That's the one. Hi, Philip. How's your season going? I saw in one of your shorts you get Tank Buster on X. X-Boss PLU. It's called X-Boss. EX-Boss. I highly recommend you get it. But Kazuda, the answer to that question is this. You see this augment ruin? It's because it's still 6 primary stat. It is nothing. It is like 0.01%. But I have it in my bag, so I might as well use it. Because I'm not using current augment ruins. Educational/fun vibes. Who said put rage into Ironfur? Not other people. Well, that's me. How are the keys going? No, we're just running with some friends today. I'm probably not going to get any IO today, and I'm okay with that. I don't always need to push for IO. I kind of just want to fill out the 16 King's Rest is haunting me a little bit. And then we'll go 17s later this week whenever people are on for 17s. And then we'll get 3,500 and then we're kind of chill. My bear performance is better than last season. Hell yeah. I don't think it's that, but we had 17 King's Rest yesterday. And then we had some just whoopsie daisies on the last boss. We were like chilling in 17 King's Rest. We had 7 deaths. And then like the last boss went kerplut. And we missed it by like 10 seconds. And then the 16, I don't want to talk about the 16. The 16 was worse than the 17 somehow. But I am glad that my content helps. As I was saying before, I really think that the WoW can be such a knowledge check. And without the knowledge, it's like, can be very, almost scary sometimes. All right, ready? Observe the Boomy. I'm going to go Boomy form first. We go off the steps because using terrain in World of Warcraft is kind of underrated. I bark skin early and often. I go get this first kick to charge ahead. And then I go here. I hover over my Twitch chat, so I actually get delayed for a second. I bark skin. I go thrash. I go thrash. I proc Apex. I go thrash. And then I go thrash. And then I go incarn again. And more thrashes. Incarn again. More thrashes. I am probably responsible for my own dispel. So I will watch my health in 3, 2, 1. Watching my own health. There's only 1 poison on me, though. So no, not yet. Watching my own health. Dispelling on that global right there. Otherwise, I will die on this pull. This pull is Omega Death if I am not super careful. Overlapping my bark skin here because I will die to this set of poisons if I do not. I do not recommend that you try this pull whatsoever. You will die. I think this pull is actually like crazy hard. It is very complicated. If you miss even a global or don't understand exactly where your damage is coming from. Like if I dispel myself early here, I am dead. Now I have 4 stacks, so I have to SI. This pull is not quite dead yet. Eventually I die. Do I die first? Or does the pull die first? Let's find out. Because it's still alive right now. So then there's going to be a poison. I consider a thrash, frenzied regen, a dispel on myself. It does help if somebody else dispels me there as well. And then this guard needs to die. Yeah. Little bit of tank damage. Just a little bit. I wouldn't say it's a lot of tank damage, except that it is a lot of tank damage, and I would die, like, pretty immediately. And then I just need to wait for the shield bash. Preferably it doesn't extend to 3. Ouch. Okay. Unfortunate. And then I'm going to bark. And I'm not going to die on this gather, but I might have to just healing potion myself for both healing threat. Did you know that? Oh, no, don't die. I have the 3 stacks still. Wait, if this guy gives me 4 stacks, I'm kind of dead. No. Oh, thank God. I pulled it at exactly the right time. That was super scary. Hey, yeah. Yeah, if I pulled that like a second earlier, I would be like Omega dirt right now. Scary. And then I have to hold in card here. The way I pull this first area, I think it's doable. I just need a big awareness in first area here. Yeah. Technically, if my DPS can help me dispel, like if I just get a poison dispel from someone else, then it's really quite helpful here. What do the Apex talents do this season? Apex is big value this season. There are 2 ways to think about it. One of them is the full min-max. And to be honest with you, I just don't think you really need to do that. Like, that double click with the ping is hard. I proc my cheat there. It's not good. So basically, I think that Apex is something that you probably shouldn't think about that much. Just play it if you want the full damage. You could also play no Apex. No Apex is pretty tanky, to clarify. But Apex will do more damage, and you will see most bears swap to Apex. The major thing about Apex is that there are min-maxes to it. If you don't want to do them, you don't have to. I think that's like probably the most important thing to understand about it is like it is kind of all right if you just sort of let it do its thing and only force proc it and don't really think about it that much. You'll still do decent damage with it. It summons a Spirit Bear. The Spirit Bear attack. Spirit Bear go attack. And the Spirit Bear generate rage when Spirit Bear attack. But technically speaking, Spirit Bear only attack 1 target. And also, technically speaking, the Spirit Bear only attack when you press Mangle or Thrash. So you want to technically go into every Apex window with many Mangles and many Thrashes. Because Spirit Bear attack when you press button. And Spirit Bear can spawn when you spend Rage. So technically speaking, there's some like things you can do for that. But you don't have to worry about it though. Yeah, did you like that, Eerie? Eerie, that type of guide, I don't think I could ever make it public because it's too I'm too passionate about it. That build is fun, isn't it? That was some interesting min-max. That is some... The raid build for Guardian right now is kind of insane. Yeah. I like it. I had a lot of fun with it. I almost want to go try it again and get it perfect. Because I didn't get it perfect before. I actually messed up. Like, that fight could have been World Rank 1 instead of World Rank 2nd when I did it. But first, I need to get some item level. And very soon, by the way, I will no longer be able to raid parse, which is sad. You know why? Because I won't have my Ulatek gear. And there will be people who do have the Ulatek gear. Where do we find the macro? Which one? Which one? Senior, which macro are you looking for? There should be in Discord. Just go to every single tank spec has a macro there. Not under macro information. Just look under Guardian Druid. If you're looking for Guardian Druid macro, just look there and you'll find it. Yeah, I hope you like it. Hey, Awu, Javier says, do you dabble in DPS? Pushing as a DPS? I've played it before. I don't find it to be that fun. I normally heal. I normally tank or heal. Try to run DPS. So it's like I'm aggressively average at best. What DPS are you playing, Javier? DPS tends to be there are certain like fundamental skills, but at the end of the day, talk about the macro, the Thrash Maul macro. I ultimately decided not to use that, and I just have it separately bound. It is very hard to find good tanks. Yeah. But also, I don't think that people realize just how much your route determines your damage as a DPS player. Like I cannot express to you that you could have 250k in one run because the tank is actually pulling around your cooldowns and stuff. And then you could have actually like 200k. Like you could be like a literal 25% difference based entirely on the route. Like people have no appreciation really for the fact that your route carries so much functional weight. I feel like every time you do DPS, you're extremely mediocre. Check your gear, check the basics, check the stuff. I don't know why I Lunar Beam there. That was stupid. I forgot. I'm going to lose a little damage. It's okay. I'll still do decent damage on this burn, but I could have done much more if I had just saved that Lunar Beam for a second. Okay, Nibbles is dying. Combat Potion. Let's get ready. Here we go. The big burn. Ah, man, not having Lunar Beam here is gonna suck. Because I would have blasted. I would have actually blasted this boss. Boom, Apex. Yeah, also, to be fair, it's just hard to find good WoW players. But the truth is that WoW is a game that should just... I should have done like 150k. That was actually like a perfect burn on my part, except that I just don't know why I didn't held Lunar Beam. If I had held Lunar Beam there, I would have done like 150k. Basically, it is difficult to find people who care as much as you care. Whether that be more or less. Yes, yeah, you can't Lunar Beam. Sometimes you have to hold it. There are times, especially like this dungeon can like clap me on a few pulls. Yeah, that you have to hold it. We should still be killing Nibbles here. So, definitely, Devi, something that exists in WoW, which is a problem. And Philip, let me get to that in a second. Do not compare yourself to top-level players. They are playing a different game than you. Can you learn from them? 100%. 100%. Don't compare yourself to them. You have to be very careful about that. I've talked about it endlessly. Be very wary about thinking that their exact gameplay is your exact gameplay. It is not. It's not how that works. Mythic Plus is way harder. I mean, I think it depends on what guild you're competing in, but yes. What's up, Dragul? Dragul. Good name. I got 22 Brazil. I don't know why I just felt so mediocre. There's always someone to compare yourself to. Devi, there's always someone. You can compare yourself to somebody who's 25s or 24s or 23s or somebody who's doing 20s. At the end of the day, the fact that you want to improve is cool. That's good. Like, so that just, all that tells me is that you want to improve. And I respect that. But it's a game. And try to use that productively instead of let it, like, destroy you. You know what I mean? Because if you're not careful about it, it will actually be something that you find yourself being constantly in this loop of just like, I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied, and I need to do better. You don't need to do better, probably. You want to do better, which is good. I am extremely bad at the serving thing. This is my least favorite RB. But, Philip, you said your plan for the vault is not to take the roll, only to take tier until you get 4 set. I think that, technically speaking, it's not ideal to do so, but you know what? If it absolutely makes sense, and I think that many a times I would be in a similar situation, and I could totally see wanting to take tier. Tier is the right option for many players. Even though you might lose a week of myth track items, you'll catch up eventually, and 4 set is your absolute gigabis power. You could not get more power than your tier. And so 4 set is more valuable than a mythic item. If you have not gotten tier, you can absolutely consider just taking tier so that you can play the game for the next month. Otherwise, the only way to guarantee your tier is you have to wait a while. That's up to you if that's something that you care about or not. But I would say that taking tier is a very reasonable option. No one is going to recommend it, which is, again, a shame because the top level players are going to be like, yeah, but min-max, like, you're going to it's fine. Your 4 set is more valuable than any cantrip item off of Ulatek. You will eventually get them, technically speaking. You can eventually get it, though. I wouldn't say you should roll on hero gear. I would say that if you do end up getting bonus rolls, the one thing you should be aware of is don't roll normal raid. I think it is not worth rolling the normal raid. That's probably a bad idea. I would get to a +10, if not a few bosses on heroic. But if you're not raiding at all, just think about rolling in a +10. I should have done this. I didn't play the tune I'm playing this last season, though. It depends. What are you playing this season, Debbie? The thing about the conversation with tier is that it's actually not universal. Depends on what spec. Like, Guardian Druid 2 set is cool, but you shouldn't have sent it early for 2 set, because 2 set won't give you any real power. Devoured Demon Hunter to arms. I gotcha. Yeah, arms is good. You will get tier a few weeks from now. You will not remember whether or not you got it here, though. Good try rolling. Hey, man, you know, Gale, if that's what you want to do and that's what's going to make you happy, go for it. I can't say that it's my strongest recommendation, but who am I to tell you how to live your life? I ain't in a position to tell anybody how to live their life. You do you, Gale. Got 3-piece right now, just trying to get your 4-piece and then get rolls. Yeah, that makes sense. If you got 3 pieces right now, you're guaranteed to get one next week anyways. You only need 1 drop, technically. Next week, you get your next natural catalyst, then you have 3 charges of catalyst if you did not actually roll early. I had to hold Incard here, it's fine. Now, in terms of the route for this place, I'm pretty sure we're just going to take the Warlock leader. We tried to skip it in the 18, and then it cost us the 18, and then it cost us the 17 yesterday because of a bug, and I think you just kind of ignore that now. Bear from Coiled Altar from the Time Walking Chest on normal, that is sad, though. Cool UI. If you want my UI, everything's in Discord. Just do exclamation Discord. That's the wrong way. No, it's the right way. Exclamation Discord bio. You will find everything. You just go to my season, like season 2 UI, and it's all there. You do not have to sub. What cooldown are you using for the Ironfoot Dragger? I made it myself, Nugzai, with the Ellesmere UI. I'll show you how to do it if you want. I made this one myself. Alright, Care Aggro. If I was gonna die, it would be on this pull. If I was gonna die, it would be on this pull. This pull is super hard, but I think I can do it. Here we go. Proc the Apex. Big Thrashes. If I was gonna die, it would be on this pole. I must lock in and focus. I missed a Thrash. That is not good. I proc Apex. This is good. If I was gonna die, it would be on this pole. Do 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 do. I overlap my bark skin because I'm gonna die. This is through bark and incarn. This pull is very hard. Then I overlap lunar and bark. Lunar and bark are up. After this, I overlap SI. And now I have 5 seconds left of SI, but the pole is not dead, so I must SI again. Now I am in trouble in 2 seconds. The pole is not dead. I will run now. I run away. I'm going to do the oldest trick in the book. Run. Run away. Easy money. Yes, I like this. This is part of Ellesmere UI. I did make this myself. I spent a little bit of time on it, but now that I figured out how to do it, it's not that bad. If it's something that you want, it's really not that bad, actually. Okay. Not gonna die on this pull either. Wow. Totally gonna live this pull as well. This guy is coming in. He is fully raged. I will soothe him because he gets a DR. And then I will watch this. I will get a kick. And not gonna die on this pull. Not gonna die on this pull. I can totally die on this pull. I got an Apex proc. How lucky. Yay. No, Eerie. I think in 16, you don't skip the Warlock. I actually think that that is Omega bait. Like, we tried it before, and we got absolutely farmed because we didn't do the skip right. And then we lost our... But, like, the timer was fine. Like, the thing is, I didn't need to try the skip. Like, he doesn't kill you. He's just a time loss. And the timer in this is totally fine. Like, I actually think that that skip is bait. I use Platinator. I like Platinator. I think Platinator is definitely the right option for like, UI. You can use his if you want to set it up, but I had already set up my own Platinator, so I'm used to it. So I kind of wanted to do this, though. Yeah. That was my thought process about the Warlock, is that if I had just not tried to skip it, we actually would have timed the 17. The 18 we had failed for other silly reasons, but we would have timed the 17 like 100%. So that was a silly thing, and if I ever have that situation where I'm like, okay, we butt pulled something, that's why we lost the key that was actually IO for me, I would be like, nah, I don't like that feeling. So I'm just going to not do it again. I got baited by tier list this season to abandon your ret. No, ret's pally. No, ret's pumping. The thing about, okay, I can tell you something about tier list, Galeheart. I can. I'm in a position where I have now made tier list, and I play PTR a lot, so here we go. Would love to see the settings for that. Yeah, I got you, Noxai. After this. First, we're going to save the side for funnel. You can totally pull this with funnel. All right, watch aggro. I wish all DPS players knew that this pack right here with the demon flies, you must give your tank a second for aggro. It's super annoying the way that these guys are laid out. You can't tag them perfectly. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Bada-bada-bada. Mm-hmm. Yeah, be wary of tier list, Gale. The thing is, people get mad at content creators for doing tier lists, but then the thing is that people click on them. Everybody lusts for the tier list. Cannot express enough that people lust for them. It's like their guilty pleasure is watching every tier list. People love that shit. And sometimes you got to give the people what they want. But tier lists are Omega bait content. Unless they actually have productive information, which, to be fair, a lot of them do have. But not all of them. All right, we're going to get a few kicks in the back for sure, and we pull this on a boss. Boss. Valdrid knows. Valdrid is not funneling. All right, good. Good. Do you enjoy playing with random strangers? The thing is that when I was younger, I grew up on the era of the internet sepulchre, where my mom still warned me about random strangers, so I would say it's not, like, my favorite thing, but I make it work. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I love playing with random strangers. It's not a love. I much prefer playing with, like, people that I know, but that's not always a reality. Okay. Don't panic. This is just funnel. This is basically tank damage. Don't panic. Don't panic here. Don't panic. You could play with me. I'm a random stranger. Well, you're not completely random. Gale, I would say that you're not a random stranger. You're a force of nature. You know why I say you're a force of nature? Okay, so I need to move the boss less. I have been moving the boss too much and spreading extra fire on this. I watched the VOD earlier. Tank frontal. Boom. Nice. Okay, that was pretty good. See how I only covered like a tiny bit of the room? That was really decent, actually. Now watch this. Giga Druid Tech. Here we go. Okay, I missed it, but it was going to be good otherwise. Big damn. I said I'm not a stranger. Oh, okay. Because your name is Galeheart. If somebody's name is Galeheart, I'm just going to imagine that they are a force of nature. That makes sense, right? Okay. So now, if I've done this correctly, we should have a lot more room than I previously was having on the next overlap. I just need to move less. But I feel really bad for my Havoc, who is pumping right now. But I feel really bad for him because he has to, like, plant, channel, I-beam, and do all of his mobility without actually getting hit by any of these puddles. Oh, look at that. Oh, I did this so much better. Holy shit, I have been trolling my Murder Rose. Brother, I didn't realize that I have been actually trolling with my movement. I was moving way too much. Look how much space we have. Oh, my lord. Okay. I take full responsibility for this. I take... Yeah, because now you just keep him right next to this fire here, and he does his circles. I roar. We spread. We don't get hit. And he's going to do this, and we have a lot of room here. I love tanking whenever it's low stakes. Basically, I don't mind people yelling at me because it doesn't really bother me that much. To be honest with you, I got thick skin. Like, I've been tanking for a while. That doesn't bother me so much anymore. In terms of, like, people yelling at me or, like, worrying about whether somebody's going to yell. I know I'm a good tank, and I don't have to worry about that feeling so much anymore. So that part of it is okay. He's still at 11 million health, and I kind of thought he would be dead after the third overlap. So I really hope we kill him before the next fire, because if we don't kill him by the next fire, we're dead. Because that movement I did not game. The plan was that he's going to be dead in like a few seconds, right? Right? Kill him. Kill him right now. Kill him right now. Guys. This is not good. Wait a second. We're actually going to wipe. Bro, not good. I kind of thought our damage slowed down like crazy. Okay, I'm going to res. It's okay. We're going to live this. I'm going to live. There's space right here. There's space. It'll, oh boy. The boss frontal. Okay, I'm going to live. Okay, he's dead. No problem. No problem. It's all good. None of that just happened. We're going to walk to the left here. Wait for Pat. All good. Yes, loader. It's kind of hard for what it's worth. It actually is hard. Does anyone have engineering? There's an engineering buff in this dungeon. Walk left. No need to do any sort of fancy tech here. You actually just walk left. Burp. We are taking the warlock. Help. All right, Fellfire Burst. Not gonna die today. Yay, we have the engineering buff. It looked like somebody is not here. It's less than ideal. I'm gonna Vortex Typhoon. Wait a second. Where's Boris? Oh, no. Boris. Where's Boris? No, where is he? What happened to Boris? This pull cannot live that long. Yeah, I will die. Where's Boris? Alright, Bark. This pull actually kind of hard to live. Yeah, and I used to pull more than this when you skip the Warlock. Don't worry. Our timer is okay as long as we do last boss correctly. But we are taking the Warlock. Technically, if I wanted to skip the Warlock, all I actually need to do is one pull to the left here, and then this, and then we skip to the left, but I don't like it. We're taking the Warlock. Please single target and prio damage the Warlock. Use him for funnel. If I pull other mobs into this guy, single target. The Warlock... Boris, hold up, Boris. I'm sorry, I pulled up a little late. Boris, I got you, Boris. Good bop. Boris was aware. So anyways... this pull, if you pull Warlock here, basically you have to single target this though. Is the rep playing Templar or the other spec? I will check in a moment. Let me just pay attention slightly. It's the Ellesmere thing, and I don't want to actually, like, completely break this key. So, uno momento. It's good single target damage on the Warlock, by the way. We're so far so good on this guy. We're actually doing decent single target. in Mother Russia. No, it's Kent. Boris is Kent, Spanky. I don't think he's Russian. You would have to confirm, but I don't think so. He might have Russian heritage, actually. I wouldn't know. He is doing a lot of damage here, though. How are you able to see the add-on percentage? That's a great question. No, Sepple, I'm not going to raid this season. I've decided ultimately that I don't want to raid this season, and I will simply eat the loss. He's slow on. Help, help, help. Okay, not terrible Warlock down. Oh, no. We have to res that. I don't want to use defensives. I need defensives for next pull. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it either, but to be fair... Oh, my God. Please, 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 please. All right. Lock in, guys. We're kind of approaching a timer problem. It's getting a little bit close. We can win. We can win right now. But it's getting a little bit close with some of these last area. Don't die. Not die. Not die. Live. You must live. I ask I to help the healer. I am paying attention. I'm watching this fella invoker. I war stomp it. We move down. Please don't pull the sides. Please don't pull the sides. His no, he's pumping. Like, he's doing good. He's pumping. He's pumping. We kind of need. I think we need one. We're fine on time. Do not pull the sides. Do not pull the sides, guys. Do not pull one of the sides. I have lost so many actual murder row IO keys because we have pulled the sides. Don't do this. Okay? We're going to walk straight through. Do not pull the sides. Heavy awareness, people. Heavy awareness. Heavy awareness. Walk straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. The golem, you can still DPS the golem. Do not pull the sides. Listen to me. All you have to do is kill the golem. It's not hard. I need to sit for mana. That's fine. Our timer's okay. Just kill the ads on this fight, please. Yes. The golem suck. That's why you skip them. Okay. Kill the ads. And we are chilling. Okay? He's sitting for a second. He need mana. He good. Okay, go. Hiya. Pushing it a little bit. We're pushing it a little bit. No deaths. No. I seriously, like, I cannot express to you how many actual, like, the 18 murder row we basically lost to that. The, AoE CC, number 1. Oh, the burst. Ow. Ooh. I'm fighting for my life here, man. I'm fighting for my life. All right, go around the portal. No extra la damage. We're good. Whew. Yeah, so in the 17 that we did, which would have been IO yesterday, Tarizi, the Y-axis, the reason I didn't take the golem on the platform is because we had a DK bug where the Y-axis bug, where basically he pulled below, right? So that happens sometimes. I will Vortex, watch this. Vortex, Typhoon, lag, Typhoon into the Vortex, into the War Stomp, bam. Single individual kick. Oh, my lag. My lag, the lag hurt. It hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. My game is breaking. My ping is bad. Take the portal. I need to make sure I live this next set. So I'll have my healer heal me just a little bit here. And we will hopefully do enough single target damage that there's no problem. I think we're good. My leg, my foot, my arm, my hand, my shoulder. I'm just getting older. I'm just complaining about my joints now. Seriously, like, some of my globals are not actually casting this key. It doesn't seem like it's actually, like, I don't know what it is. I think it might, I don't know if it's like a computer problem or what. We're going to drag this away for a second so that my team doesn't have to worry about it. Don't worry about this one. There you go. AoE CC. AoE CC. I in cap. Okay, there's an actual cap totem as well. Watch it, watch it, watch the imps, watch the imps, watch the imps. The bursts are on me. If green, you might die here as a tank too. Okay, just walk around, walk around, walk around, take portal. Playing kind of uber safe right now. But that boss looked very healthy. That boss was like 34 million just a second ago. What happened? There were a whole minute of this fight. I'm assuming cooldowns are now. I'm assuming we're actually saving a little bit for ads. It's okay. We got 2 minutes. We cannot lose. Can't lose the timer. Certainly, we'll win here. We gotta win. It would be kind of like a relative generational level throw. We can do this. Observe. I will simply pull this guy away. I will taunt this ad. And then I will vortex. Prage. No need to prage. It's skill. No need to prage. We vortex Typhoon into a war stomp for half the cast. Into an in-cap roar if we need to. Into my incarn so I don't actually die to this. Because, oh, there's one death. It's okay. That's a single death. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just don't let it spiral. Don't let it spiral. Don't let it spiral. Don't let it spiral. Take the portal. Click the portal. I res. I res right here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Where is he? He's out of range. He's out of range. I need my Iron Fur. My Iron Fur. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, he's good. Damn. Yeah, hold up. Kill the boss. 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 We need to send one more AoE CC there. It's okay. Kill boss. Boss dead before next portal. Is okay. Certainly from here. This boss fight has taken a little bit. We're winning. We're winning. We're winning. We're winning. Yeah, but oh no, he's gonna teleport. Okay, take the port to kill the boss, dot the boss, kill. Oh, thank God. Holy shit. That was a little close. Guys, that was pushing it just like a tiny bit. In terms of how much we put, it was a little close. But we did it. Good job. Do you need helmet? Oh, wait, I can't catalyze anyway. I don't have an extra catalyst charge. I thought catalyst charges were supposed to drop more once you got your 4 set. I swear I haven't gotten any. All right. Whew. Easy time. GG's. Okay. Whew. I can't use it anyways because I actually realized it's 4 set, but the haste, I need some haste items. So, yeah, no problem. It was not even close. Not even close. They can drop, not more? What do you mean? I've only gotten like 1. My mount kept getting stuck. Oh yeah, I was like, where's Boris? Yeah. That's Brazil 14 for you. Easy, Valdred. You pumped. You were good. No problem. I was like, where is he? Oh yeah. I was explaining the not moving thing earlier this week to a tank. Yo, what's up, Captain? They drop at some point. It's not dropping. The drop rate is too low. Interesting. Because I was kind of hoping I would get some more at this point so I could choose my stats a little bit better. But you know what? It's okay if I don't get it. No problem. No problem. No problem. Question of the day. Yeah, what's up? I enjoy everything but Sethrilus this season. What do you not like about Sethrilus, Captain? Is it because you're a healer in the last boss? Out of curiosity, what is it that you are basically unpassionate about for the Sethrilus? I'm a tank and I don't like... I mean, I don't think anyone likes the last boss of Sethrilus. DPS don't like that boss either. What are you supposed to do? That boss is actually sort of... right? Does anybody like the last boss of Sethrilus? It's a pretty dramatically bad boss. First row is a blood DK. Yeah, first murder row actually makes me lock in, even as a bear, Achilles. I'm feeling it as a bear too. 2 big things. Yeah, what's up? I have noticed that as well. Oof. Yeah, my ear. Wait, is the question of the day pinned in Twitch as well? The idea was I was going to start asking people after a week and a half of gaming how they feel about the season. Since I make content with WoW stuff now, I really want to know. Oh, I never pinned the message. All right, here's the pinned message for today. Because, for real, I am curious about this. Question of the day. I want to ask people a bunch. Do you like Season 1? So far, that is the question. All right. So this is season 2. Do you like... All right. You are absolutely correct. My apologies. Do you like season 2 so far? Good catch. This reminds me of actually a pretty classic joke. Have you ever thought about this? I spend a lot of my time not thinking about ballerinas, but sometimes when I consider ballerinas, I oftentimes do wonder, why the hell do they wear a tutu? Do you know why? It's because a 3-3 is too big and a 1-1 is too small. You're welcome. Anyways, all right, let me read the comments about season 2. Hey. Yes. You were saying Mythic Plus wise, yes. Raid wise, not really. What do you not like about the raid? I had a podcast film. I filmed the episode for this Saturday. I filmed a podcast episode with Mr. Ops. Basically a guy who raids constantly. Like, all he does is raid. Every single day he logs in and he raids. That's all he does. And I was asking him, I was like, do you like the raid this tier? Because it's hard. It's not so easy. I can tell you that my gearing decisions have literally been changed. I got a 17 den. But do you have a key? Or Q, maybe? Yeah. A warrior friend asked me for it tomorrow. I'm using your build, and I feel like my only rotation is Moonfire Mangle. Oh, no, not Moonfire. Not Moonfire, too much. No. I mean, we could do keys. Boris, you're pumping. Boris, pumping. I don't mind doing keys with Boris. Don't need your key, sadly. Do you want to push it up? Do you want to queue? Let me see. Why don't we just try to queue for something? All right, good night, Valdred. Here, let's just see if we can queue real quick. Third boss was hard for me because of my melee range. I know. I was actually thinking, I'm trying to conserve space, but I feel really bad for you because I got to learn how to play Havoc with Jedith, by the way. I did, actually. I got to learn how to play Havoc with Jedith, and that spec is weirdly, demonically hard. I didn't realize how hard Havoc was to get right. It was very interesting how difficult Havoc felt when he was teaching me. Not Moonfire. Yeah. No, basically Moonfire is almost never pressed right now. You press it to gather and maybe at the start of pulls to apply it a little bit faster. What does Kent need? You need 15s mostly still? Yeah, I'm queuing. I'm looking at Q. You need 15 res right now? Need 15 still, yeah? Like, what 15s? There's a bunch of 15s right now. There's a temple. There's another temple. Both temples look. Temple's a rough 15. Ruby and Void. I mean, if it's a 15, I could play Resto Druid. How much you want to bet I could play Resto Druid? I don't know what to press in between Thrash cooldown and Mango procs. What if I told you, you're not going to like me for this, but if I was to be honest with you, this is what I would tell you. What you press in between Mangle and Thrash currently is so lackluster that if you pressed nothing, you would be fine. I kid you not. If you actually did not press Swipe or Moonfire during the downtime between Thrash and Mangle, and you press literally nothing, you would be fine. No, I mean, I'm going to press something, like to min-max. It's like 2% damage, if that. And a tiny bit of survivability for what it's worth. It's not that much. I only see Temple. Temple, maybe? Shalom. Hi, Zen. What's the Shalom? What's your take on vault bonus rolls if someone's not planning to raid? Okay, people were mentioning this earlier. Obviously, if I ask you how you feel about Season 2 so far, so much of your thought process is going to be considered, hey, how do you feel about the bonus roll system? If I may, and also Rift, I agree with you, by the way. I am not going to raid this season. I don't have a guild. It's frustrating for me considering I'm a competitive player. If I don't Moonfire or lose threat, the opposite, Angel. I will tell you for certain it is the opposite. Quite the opposite. It is very bad threat to Moonfire. Moonfire is a very, very not good button for threat. You want to specifically not Moonfire if you're trying to get threat, though. No, I can be plenty competitive without raiding. I'll get 1%, no problem. The 0.1% is a question, Ethereum. 0.1%. Interesting. The actual one, like to get past 1%, no problem. Genuine, I'll be fine. Zero issue. Not a problem at all. Let me just quickly check Kent's IO because I don't know what he actually needs or not need. No. 0.1%. 0.1% I'd have to play all 6 months anyways because I don't think I would get it too easily. Like, I think I'd have to work for it. And so if I really wanted it, I would have to just play the entire season, though. Is that with the no Apex version? This is with the Apex version. I'm looking at Mr. Kent's Ret Pally and just checking what he does or does not have. He needs Void Scar, Ruby, Altar, and Blinding Veil. No, we just got Altar. So he needs... Unless this isn't updated. I see 16 Ruby with Rosinante. 17 King's Rest. Bro, I really need that key. The Ret Pally is good. Ret is good. No! Queue it back up. Queue it back up. I want that. I want that key so bad. That's my last one. It would make me feel happy. It would give me dopamine. Let me have the key. I want 16 King's Rest. 16 King's Rest is easy. It's 17 and 16. All right. If you do King's Rest, we time 17, 16. I try to whisper the guy. Nope, not gonna work. Have you got 0.1% before? I've pushed for it before in previous seasons. The last several, I keep quitting halfway through. Thumbus, I have decided basically this. Listen, genuinely, I've actually realized that pushing for the first 2 months of a season is omega fun. And pushing for the last 2 months of a season is omega not fun. I never enjoy it. It's always a slog. The times that I have actually gone for it, it's always like kind of annoying as hell. Do you know what I mean? I'm serious. Like, it's actually actively unfun to play toward end of season. It's very anti-fun. Oh, can I heal Void Scar? Can I heal a What's Void Scar Arena? Let me think about it. I'm really considering this. Could I heal Void Scar? I swear to God I could heal this. Is it hard to heal Void Scar Arena? Is hell? Hell, that sounds like a lot. I mean, it's not a Brazil 15. I'm not exactly the most phenomenal Wrestler Druid player that has ever been known to play Wrestler Druid. Oh, what about this one? Okay, what about this? What about this? Ken, come back. Ken, come back. Sign up. You can't do this while queuing. Can you stop bugging? All right, reload. I can heal a 15 Ruby, probably. Hold up. Kent needs the key, but there's already a tank. And lucky for me, I don't play only tanks, so I can do other things. Sorry, I was asking you about the season, and I got very distracted. Bonus rolls are not the problem, just to clarify. For anyone who has a current problem with bonus rolls, they're not the issue. The issue is the cantrip items from last boss, just to clarify. Without bonus rolls, we would be having a terrible fucking season. It would be an actually ridiculously bad season if we did not have bonus rolls. Just to clarify. I can play rest, though. Can you give me a rundown on the incarnation? I'm not used to pressing it twice. The second one is Apex. What? Why? Think about it. You would have zero way. No. Think about it. You would have zero way as a Mythic Plus player to gear this season. Think about that. But imagine they put 4 cantrip items off of Ulatek that you need, and you first of all can't get them on Mythic.
because you don't have bonus rolls. You have to now pray them for them in your vault. And second of all, you would probably never see them because everybody wants them. So what are you going to do? Roll for them? You're going to pug? They do that? No, they put one item. They put one trinket. And it's not normally off an end boss. And if there is an end boss item that you need, it's one. Maybe. They've never put 4. Think about it. Like, Lura had nothing. Lura had the ring. Bellerin had the trinket that was technically better, but you didn't really care that much about it. Before that, if you look at almost any end boss, you go to the War Within, Mana Forge Omega, this guy had nothing. This guy had nothing. The only trinkets you actually wanted were from Fractalis or before. So for what it's worth, Soul Hunters had the brand of Ceaseless Liar. Like, you needed this. But this was 5th boss. It wasn't the last boss. So this was also more doable, and you kind of had to pray for it. But it was also a tank-specific trinket, so you could at least do that. There was never an item like Almseer from these bosses that were the end boss. Liberation of Undermine. What did this guy drop? The Kazan trinket? That was pretty good. Bomb Suit? Both fine. Trinket? This one is hard to get, I think. But, like, without bonus rolls, you wouldn't be able to get 4 items from the last. Like, imagine both of these were cantrip. That'd be tough. I think that'd be really rough. All right, listen. What's up? Hello. Resto Druid. I can do this. What if I tell you I believe in myself? Hold up. I can do this. Hyping myself up a little bit. What's up, is BMP? Just getting back into WoW. How's the Mythic Plus Dungeons and how's HPAL? HPAL is actually really good right now, to be fair. Deathlock is my buddy. Tell him I'm sorry. Okay, if he's your buddy, can you just tell him I'm sorry? Real quick. Just message him real quick and be like, Wu has got this, and also he says sorry in advance. My problem is I have eternal confidence for things that I should probably not be confident in. But I believe in myself. Here we go. We just swapped to Resto gear. I've got a Resto set up right now. No problem. I've got this. You just equip this. Bam, watch this. Little cloak action right here. Boom. Little trinket that I just got right. No. I can do this. You put this trinket on. Look, I got an intellect trinket earlier. Don't get feared. Feared in Ruby Life Pools. Well, I could do it. It's just, what is it? What you need to do here? Bye, Valdred. Thanks for coming. I didn't know you healed, Uwu. Yes. I can. I do. I am an enjoyer of things. 99%. I am an enjoyer of things. 15 Ruby. All things? Most things. Most things. Hold up. No. Somebody said I didn't know you healed in party chat. Look at this. I've got this intrigue. What does this do? Equip your harmful spells. Oh, great. This won't help me at all. I can do this. I'm like pretty confident. Did you try HPAL yet? On PTR, yeah. The question is, we're not playing HPAL. We're playing Resto Druid. I can do this. We even got Thought and Cold in here. I prefer them warm. No, I'm not going to say that. Listen. Okay. Somebody else, TH, I need you to pin this message for me because it's awkward if I do it. If you're a mod in here, pin this for me. Wu is feeling confident. Here. Says he can play Resto Druid. Great. I need somebody else to pin that for me. It's awkward if I do it. I need redemption. All right. I can do this. I can do this. It can't be that hard right now. I've got my button set up. It can't be that hard. I'm just not going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, fuck it. I'm actually like kind of locked in. Seriously. I will int my own stream for this because I actually want to do this. All right, Ruby Life Pools. I promise you, I can do it. I don't know. Is this the right build? Yeah, it is. Sure. No, Tungwin, no. I know how to heal. The problem is, it's been a long time since I played Resto Druid. I know how to heal. I can heal. I just have been playing a lot of Mistweaver, Prez Evoker, Resto Shaman, not Resto Druid. How long? Since I timed a key on Resto Druid? Like, how long has it been since I timed a key on Resto Druid? A while. Not 9 months? 8 months? 9 months? Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I can do it. Kent needs this 15. It's a 15. I got it. It's a 15. No, like, I could do this. I just need to not get baited by chat. I'm just going to kind of lock it a little bit. Hold on. No. I can do this. Y'all can't. You can't. I don't know if the build is. I got this. Trust me. Trust. I can ask if it's Brazil. I feel like. Wait, is this the wrong feast? Can I see the Blood DK's gear? Yeah. Basically, I've got a Giga Blood DK. He seems like he's got IO. He's fine. He's chilling. He's got a crafted weapon. He's got his 2 set, not 4 set. Unfortunate for him. He's got gear. I can do this. You have to have confidence if you're yourself. Yeah. No, I can't. I don't want him to kick me. I'm like 89% confident. I'm 89% confident I can do it. If I just don't try to do that much damage, which is not necessary here, I can do it. Yeah, it won't be a problem. I can do it. No problem. Genuinely. Okay. Now we have to make sure I don't actually die on the first pull. It's easy. I just don't want to actually take healing threat from him. I will Stampeding Roar. Look at this. Gigatech. Does he need external? Probably. Let's just external him. Oh, what trinkets am I using? Oh yeah, I have a DPS trinket on. You see? I'm DPSing. I shouldn't have DPS'd. No. Guys. This is not that hard. It's not that bad. It's actually kind of easy. Like, look at this. I'm chilling. I'm even doing damage right now. Why did you guys think this would be hard? Oh, wait, shit, we're dying. No. Look, my HPS is good. I can do this. I don't know what I'm using. I only have one. What am I supposed to? I only have 1 trinket available. Here's the thing. I'm just going to lock in here. I've got tree form. It's easy. Wild growth. Bam. Boom. Tree. It's mostly my mage that feels immensely squishy right now. My mage feels like giga squishy. And that AoE felt like it hurt. I could have healed that better. So my DK is actually chilling. I got to put life blue on the mage. My mage is like giga squishy. My damage, to clarify. So you proc tier set here. And then you go here. Boom. And you just convoke this. Yeah, the AoE here actually does hurt. That AoE is kind of nasty. Yeah, he's fine. Bam. Bam. I could probably, like, get a 1 bleed off. Perfect. I need to swap this here. I have external for him if another AoE goes off. Cool. Watch the mage. Perfect. Show the healing meters? No. No. Just nobody's dead, right? Listen. Nobody's dead, right? That's what matters. If you stop and think about it, that's what matters. I'm dead. No, I'm dead. Oh, that was a puddle. To be fair, that was a puddle for sure. I think that was a puddle. Probably. Sus? No, I got this. Here we go. Prep the healing. Dispelling. Convoking. Baiting into the corner like you're supposed to. I think that was the wrong corner, but it's okay. Dispelling. That wasn't a puddle. I'm sorry, Tugwood. That was my fault. I blame myself. I take full responsibility for my actions. I kind of don't want to trank this. That was the wrong global. It's okay. That doesn't actually kill you, though. Was that a dot from the mobs then on top of things? Because I feel like we should have been alive there. That doesn't do that much damage, that AoE. Okay, ramping. Not doing that much damage. Rebuffing. My damage is my buff. Big tree. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect bait. Nice. What was that rat PhD? Do you actually like rats? I actually have kind of always wondered what is a pet. All right, healing. And you just proc tier set here like this. And you go bam. And then easy. What add-on is showing the route? This is called MDT Helper. I have it behind my Twitch chat, so I don't really pay attention to it that much. But it's kind of helpful if you want to overlay for routing. Can be pretty nice. Oh, it's this dot that's actually wrecking me. That's the one I wasn't accounting for in the damage pattern. I'm good. I was just doing damage. I want to do some damage, basically. I'm okay. I don't need to do a lot of damage, but, like, I want to be on the meters at least, you know? That's basically the goal here. So we just go here, and we watch whoever gets the dot. Myself, that's okay. I'm good. Perfect. I had a plan. No problem. What's up, Jack? I'm healing right now. How interesting, huh? Boom, 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 boom. This doesn't hurt that much anymore, yeah? Oh, this doesn't hurt at all. This is so much easier than it used to be. That mechanic used to be wildly tough to deal with. Oh, wait, hold up. External the mage. Perfect. Got him. Boom. Buffing first. Regrowthing here. Proc the tier set. It's on me. It's okay. I Stampeding Roar. The ads are spawning here. Prepping. Oh, wait. That's actually intentional funnel. He's doing the tank thing. Okay, so pulling the things on here is a little bit scary, and the Hail Burst now does some damage, so I gotta be aware of that. I didn't actually know that. Dispel the tank? Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Good call. He has AMS too if he needs it. He is a DK who can get out of that. So this is where you would actually defensive on this fight. You just reapply the bloom. You go like this, and then I convoke if I need to. But this is actually pretty easy so far. So then maybe I trank here instead of convoke. No, it's easy. We killed that really fast. Nice. Good job. No problems here. I want to Feral Frenzy the boss at minimum. Perfect. Heal this up. Okay, wild growth thing. Should have probably wild growth later. It's okay. Take this out. Cool. Boom. Just proc this here. And then we're fine. Watch the tank on this dispel here. Wild growthing. So far, so good. So far. Aside from one that was not a puddle death, I'm doing well. Now, the second area is the thing I'm actually concerned about, I think, as a Resto Druid. But I feel just weird that I'm basically doing Z damage. I think the thing that I feel weird about right now is, like, is it really actually okay for me to do literally, like, I feel like I'm doing no damage. I'm actually technically not doing 0 damage because Holy Priest right now, or Holy Paladin is, like, considered quite meta, but doesn't do any damage, and they don't have an offensive group buff. I'm doing more damage than a Holy Paladin because of how group buffs work. So I can either heal with tier set here or convoke. So I could have convoke for damage. I've actually been holding and just seeing the damage pattern, but this is kind of easy. I moved a little fast. Sorry about that. Boom. Heal first. Yeah. This is going well, right? And then I Stampeding Roar, so I don't get hit by this mechanic. He's not going to die. It's fine. He's fine. Just heal up before this. No problem. Yeah, easy money. Okay, good. I am kind of curious about my HPS, though. All right. Honestly, if you account for Mark of the Wild, I'm doing good. Really urge to parse? Well, as a Resto Druid, because I'm not actually that good at it. My focus, I'm a healer. Like, my job is to heal. My job is not to parse. My job is to heal. That's what I'm here for. Me too, show, please. Oh, okay. Where's the plus? Healing meter? Healing done? Here. Current. What are you doing? Where's the bear? I'm doing something new. Wait, what is this? Skipping left. Oh, shit. I don't know the skip. All right, he's walking around here. I'm following my tank. I'm following my tank. Oh, I'm doing good. Ah, this pull hurts. Hold up. Wait. Oh, I've never seen that before. He walks left here? That actually makes a lot of sense. All right, convoking. We're going to be okay. This is the area that I have to kind of lock in and focus. Because this is triage healing. And the profile of healing here is going to be much harder for me as a Wrestler Druid. I need to basically have already ramped and just not worry about my damage pretty much at all as the AoE comes out. Because when bolts come, instead of being like, oh my god, I can't believe a bolt went off, you actually have to kind of anticipate the fact that the damage is going to happen whether you like it to or not. Health potion. Oh, I don't have health potion. Good lay on hands. I want to say I lagged out there, but I probably just missed the global. Boom. Quick dot. Also, I feel like a cast went off. No. That was bad healing there. I actually failed that very much. Alter time comes out. He's fine. It was the infernal thing that I just messed up healing real quick. Boom. Bam. Proc the Apex. Roar. We're good. I think you can still thrash as a Wrestler Druid. Okay. So now I just have to choose my Life Bloom target better. I think the main thing I'm messing up here, Fiery Blast goes off. Cool. Is I can do this on myself here. Proc this. Genesis, tier set procs. Good. Good healing here. This is a lot better. My Blood DK makes me look bad. Fiery Blast. Careful. So now I just watch whoever the target is here. Yeah, you can, but it's a tank thing. It's not an AoE. It's a tank hit. So you're just going to convoke this. If I convoke this here, I might be a little bit shy on the Mr. Flame Goulet. Boom. Easy healing. I vaguely remember healing this from Dragonflight, actually, on my Wrestler Druid. It's giving me flashbacks. Okay, so he's going to pull Flame Goulet now. That makes sense. So I just dodge a frontal. It's the only thing I have to do. Don't panic. Cool. Heal whoever this circle is on. Cool. Watch the puddles. Don't defensive, actually. No defensive here. Very important that I do not defensive right now. If I defensive now, I'm going to be in massive danger in a second because we're fine. There's no other damage happening. Don't panic. If you defensive, like if you had just sent all your defensives and stuff, then you are dead in a second. Now, I apply bleeds here. No, I'm going to be fine. I can heal this. Trust me. This is the type of profile I'm actually much better at healing. Yes, it's so much better than it was before. This type of thing, as long as I can plant, I'm not worried about it. It's moving and... No, we're fine. This will be zero issue for me to heal. Yeah, because then you just convoke right now, and I can trank if I need to. I have like... No, you don't need to lust this, bro. Okay, all right, it's fine. We lusted it. No, like this is the type of thing Wrestler Druid is incredibly good at. You don't even have to be that good at Wrestler Druid to heal damage like this. Watch. Every single... Like, this is actually omega easy for Wrestler Druid. This type of fight, this is the exact damage profile that Wrestler Druid likes to heal. I can just plant and basically own. No. That's the easy stuff. It's the targeted... The reason the other packs are dangerous is because they're targeted HPS and triage healing. Where if I'm not careful about who I've ramped on, then I can't heal the damage. That's why that stuff is hard. So like right now, I just want to go at least Feral Frenzy and then rip. But now I have to ramp. And see who this is on. Debate any sort of stronger cooldowns here. Trank probably. I think you just send Trank. Stabilize. Good. And then here, just don't worry about doing damage. I don't think the circle can target the same person twice, so let's Life Bloom a different targets. I think my main issue right now with Wrestler Druid is the new Germination and some of the talent changes are just different than they used to be. Watch the tank here for a second. Otherwise, he's doing really well. He's a good tank so far. Boom. Tier set procs. Apply a single bleed is fine. Watch the circles. Like, I'm certainly hitting many wrong globals, but this key is going well, so no problem. If you're playing Wrestler Druid the way that I am right now, which is basically that you're just a successful healer, you're kind of chilling. This healer is not that crazy in depth. I'll just watch my tank here for a second. Because we want to stop the first few barrages. It looks like he's pretty aware of that as well. We've been letting them go off recently. So then you heal this back up. And I have Life Bloom on the target that needs it. I Swift Mend. And then I simply apply this here. I watch the mage who has the actual dot on him. He's fine. That was no need. No need. A single bolt went off, maybe, but otherwise there's no damage. Watch the kick. I drop my Life Bloom for a second. It's my bad. I ramp. We watch the CC on my tank here. I consider the Convoke. Convoke saves my life and everybody's life. Boom. Perfect timing on that. Easy top. One bleed. Watch the circles. I wonder if you could still purge them. That was Dragonfly tech. Okay, so now I just got to heal the last area and the next two bosses, and we're chilling. It does require me to lock in a lot more. Like, you can clearly see that I am so much more focused than I am when I play tank, because this is a new kind of role for me, right? Like, but I like trying new things. I think it's actually important in World of Warcraft to occasionally just do things that you're uncomfortable with. For me, because I don't feel bad. Like, if I failed this so far, I believe that I've done well. So I think I'm kind of more okay with it than a lot of people would be. Cool. Put the ad here in the corner. And then aim the boulder away. And as long as I heal this here, which will be perfect. Bait this there. Perfect. Wonderful. Easy money. This cast doesn't seem that bad. This is actually easier than the actual ads here. No, it's no problem. Not even need to defensive. I've got you. I've got you. This is easy healing here. Boom. One more Inferno cast. Okay, less easy healing. I just proc tier set. I Swift Mend this. We're fine. Maybe bait the orb one. A little bit off with that orb bait. It's okay. Boom. Ramp. One bleed. Probably fine. Okay, this one I want to external the mage. Life Bloom the mage. Yeah. It's so helpful to have multi-road, or at least tried it. You don't have to be the best at it, but like, it's pretty helpful to at least have some awareness of what other things do. Like, I would like to think that it makes me a better tank, that I've healed before, and that I know how, like, what the damage profiles actually are and stuff. I'd like to think that it makes me just a better player in general. Wait, didn't we not pull these ads? Oh, we just went around, so we have funnel for boss. That's kind of smart. I want to do that. Okay, so here, I Life Bloom myself, so I know where I'm standing. I simply ramp slightly. Okay, I'm going to plant this right there. Re-up the Life Bloom real quick. Spread the hots. Boom. Swift Mend it to proc my Apex. And then here, Wild Growth, simple healing, no problem. And also, it's not like my team is using perfect defenses, by the way. I think, actually, like, we've wasted a lot of our defenses here, but I'm chilling. You can simply proc that there. It's not a problem. All these hots are easy. Easy money, easy money, easy money. Bam. Yeah, it's, like, super helpful. I actually think that it's an underrated thing. Wait, another cast goes off. Okay, this one, I've got a plan. We're just going to do this here. That ad damage was a little slow. It's okay. Oh, no. There was extra damage. It's okay. We have a res. This one, I Convoke. He's fine. No problem. Don't panic. Yeah, we're not exactly using defensives at the right time or anything like that, but I've got this. The question is actually this last area. I feel like this last area is going to be actually difficult. Swift Mend this. Maybe a regrowth here instead of rejuice, probably. Need to do that a little better. Boom. Got it. Last second. No problem. I am playing the Thriving Vegetation talent. One extra bleed. Perfect. Prep the damage. I think with the buffs to, like, rejuve and stuff, though, I think that the main issue I'm struggling with currently is I think I'm over-rejuving. Like, probably a lot, but I think it's the safer way to play, technically speaking, so I think it's okay. You have one more. Boom. Proc this. Oh, and my Apex doesn't proc when I actually consume Soul of the Forest anymore. It actually just procs when I press Swift Mend, so I have to consider that. Yeah, not bad. Cool. Easy. Timer is like Z problem. Perfect. Okay, now I just need to heal. All I need to do is heal now. I got this. Holy Paladin doing damage is easy life. That's true. Like, my overall damage looks really bad, but keep in mind, Mark of the Wild is 30k DPS. Maybe a little less. All right, watch the... This is actually, like, a ton of damage here. So I'm going to defensive myself, combat potion, everything, and, like, a convoke, basically, right away. I would not underestimate the damage on these pulls. Boom. I also think that it's just super weird, because I'm so used... The last time I played Resto Druid, you extended your HOTS through Swiftbend, through Verdant Infusion. But now this is not actually a thing anymore. So I'm a little bit, like, confused about who I'm supposed to be hotting, basically. Yeah, Mark of the Wild is actually... I talked about this yesterday in terms of, like, the tank meta conversation. But I think that Mark of the Wild is genuinely not attributed properly. As in, when you see a bear, but he does 30k less overall damage than a Blood DK, he's actually doing the same damage, if not similar, because of Mark... Oh, no! Did we... Okay, hold up. All right, hold up. Wait. Hold up. I think that was a mistake. I think, hold up. Can I heal this? Maybe? I think you try, but I don't think we're going to break the shield, and I'm pretty sure we're dead in, like, 10 seconds. There's no way. No, we didn't break the shield. We had time very easily. I was doing pretty good. I feel like I was actually doing pretty well there. I wasn't comfortable, but I was doing well. Yeah. I think I was actually doing pretty good, to be honest. I don't think I was doing bad at a minimum. Oh, we're not resetting the dungeon. We're resetting the poll. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was looking at my logs and stuff. Oh, he wants to... Yeah, we get 6 minutes. That's true. Actually, we can still time it. He's absolutely right. That's my apologies. I'm on it. I'm here. Let's go. You're absolutely right. I think that he's correct. You don't have to reset the whole dungeon. I was thinking about doing this whole thing again. That's my bad. I might have trolled. Don't give up. I actually think he's right that you could time this right now. Watch the cast. Yeah, you could time this right now. I'm here. External the mage. Okay, applying Mark of the Wild. That's my damage. I got this. Boom. I got him. Big healing. No problem. Applying here. Dodging. Healing. I think you could still try this. Oh, that's going to be tough to beat. Healing potion. Ah, fuck. Was that the cast? Or was that actually regular damage? Because I'm falling behind. What's the timer now? It depends how fast you kill this boss. Depends what our damage actually looks like. Lost it? Okay. Okay. A little bit of focus from me. It looks like my damage is a lot worse than it actually is. Whoa. Is that just a defensive or like what is that mechanic? Is that the targeted thing that actually just blasts without a defensive? Like if you don't have defensive there, you die? Because everything else here is really chill. It's just that specific mechanic is like, oh, if you don't press a button there, even I died. Oh, we had a great kill time here on this boss. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. Without the group wipe, we definitely had time. So what's this lightning torrent shit? God damn, that hurts a lot. The lightning torrent is crazy. I mean, there I use defensive and health potion, so I'm fine. No, I don't think it's actually GG's. I think you can... Oh, wait, never mind. It is GG's. The lightning torrent hurt. Okay, noted. I actually feel like I was healing that pretty well. Aside from the actual group wipe, we would have timed it extremely easily. Ouch. We can run it back fast. I can play Resto Druid a single more time. All right, one more. I can't play Resto Druid more than once, I think. It's like a once or a twice thing because I get tired. Where did my actual HPS come from? Yeah, I think I was over-rejuvening. I'm kind of curious to know what other Resto Druids are playing. What was his blood DK damage? Hi, Mind of the Forest on YouTube, by the way. I do see you there. That dot at the end took me by surprise. I'm not like super sold on this build, but I think it's okay for now. I kind of want to spec into Dream of Cenarius and actually trust that more. Yeah, I feel like Resto Druid is doing a lot of HPS currently. Am I trolling if I actually spec into Dream of Cenarius? Is that trolling here? I swear I would actually do kind of decent with it. There are some pulls here. I feel like Dream of Cenarius would go really hard. I'm not sure what I would drop for it is the problem. I'm over rejuving. I know that's my pattern. So if I play this, what do I have to drop? I probably drop this actually, and just play through it like this. Yeah, I think I would go like this maybe. Healing is hard job. It's prime Twitch. Shreyas, you're not wrong. If you... Okay, all right. I'm going to play Dream of Cenarius, which means I do need to spec into Star Surge and probably Boomy Form as well. But what am I dropping for this? Star Surge here? I don't think Boomy Form is necessary. We just at least get Star Surge real quick so I can proc Dream of Cenarius. And then I'll put that there. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah. I have a way to track it, right? No, it's okay. I'll be fine. I'm ready. I'm good. Good to go. Okay. After this, remind me I gotta actually get up and move. This requires a certain level of lock-in. Here we go. I now feel much more comfortable healing this, so I'm not as concerned as I was. I won't greed my damage like crazy, all right? I will do a reasonable number. I'm ready. We had a butt pull. Achilles, we were going to time it, and then we had a butt pull, and we didn't time it. At the very end, unfortunately. I feel like I was doing okay. There was a few damage pattern deaths there, but I can do better. Yeah. I can do better. Hold up. There was no way. There's no recovering that pull. That's okay. Here we go. This pull, watch this. I'm going to do like much more damage too. Where's the tank? Tank! We're all waiting for aggro. Oh, wow. We actually survived. That's impressive. All right. Boom. Nice. Congratulations. Solid. Okay. So you go like this. And then I hit this button. And then I do big healing and big damage for 15 seconds. Mage is dead. No way. Mage is dead. Is Dream of Cenarius just bad now? I'm supposed to do a lot more damage than that. I'm supposed to do way more healing with Dream of Cenarius. But I'm on the meters. I thought Dream did way more damage than that. What the hell? I almost let the mage die. That was close. Yeah, you're right, Shreyas. This is going to be extra Twitch content. Because that didn't feel like a lot of healing at all. That felt like negative healing. That's okay. The AoE from this guy actually hurts. Okay, so I'm going to external the mage here. Oh, I don't have it other than he's on my tank. It's okay. Hot, prep, boom, refresh life bloom, and then convoke. No problem. Whoa. Cast. All good. Easy. Okay. Dreams back up. Boom. I'm proccing. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Trank. Trank covers this. 100%. 100% Trank covers this. Holy shit, Trank isn't covering it. I'm okay. Trank isn't covering it. Panic. But I'm doing damage now. Is this worth the tiny bit of damage I'm actually getting from this? Absolutely. Listen, I'm on the meters with this build. So clearly it works. Healing. Convoking this. Convoke saves him. Yeah, I'm basically relapsing. You're absolutely right. I'm getting debated. I'm relapsing. You're right. That's okay. I'm proccing. Big healing for 10 seconds. So this build basically turns me into a Disc Priest, but only for 15 seconds every minute. And outside of that, if I don't plan effectively, then I have no healing. So that is now the deal. If I play this build, I need to be like just hyper aware of when I need to be helping my team. Because although this does much better AoE damage and can heal through damage, outside of that, I just deal not a lot. And I also can't... I'm going to turn this off for a second so I can actually see my buffs. Dispelling my tank. He is AMS anyways. Let's just convoke this. Better baits. And then I have Dream in a second. I could also be using my utility much better as a Resto Druid. For example, I have here, I can proc Dream, but there's not really enough AoE targets here, so I have to be a little careful. And there's going to be a dot. Watch a puddle. Aggro. War circle. Bolts. I should have also spec Sunfire. I don't know why I don't have Sunfire. Sunfire is also just passive AoE damage. If I'm going to try to do damage, I might as well have the right talents here. I think that was either Puddle or Cast, because he dropped fast. There was no chance I was healing that. Oh, fuck. Was that also a cast? It's just a cast they're owning me. It's double cast. If I had bear formed that, I would have lived. That I don't feel as bad about. Like, I don't feel like it's completely my fault as a healer when the casts go off, but I do always feel like I could have probably done better and just planned for it somehow. Even though it's unreasonable for me to think that. There's no damage here, don't worry. I normally think to myself, how could I have done better there? And the answer is, for sure, this is a dot here. I'm going to watch him. Boom, I've got him. Double Swiftmend. He's fine. Hail Burst. Nice. How long have I been in Thailand for? Like a long time at this point. I think I'm coming up on 9 years. A third of my life. Isn't that crazy? I find that to be kind of wild. Yeah. We're coming up on a decade, actually. Oh, I forgot that my cat form procs Dream. No, my intermission healing. I forgot that my cat form procs Dream in Cenarius. That's so sad. I was going to use it to heal the intermission. All right, I can use it to heal the next one. You can still heal without the proc, but this one will just be Trank or Convoke in a second. Watch aggro. Convoke then. No way he dies through Convoke. He's fine. He didn't need to bubble there. I had him. Don't panic. He was going to be fine. That was an overreaction. Do you ever miss the US? No. Sometimes I miss the food, actually, because I have a hard time eating in Thailand, even though the food here is like significantly better, right? But I think I sometimes miss just like maybe how like I grew up or something. And I miss my family. The thing that I actually miss is my family. My family is... I like both my parents and I like my brother, but they're obviously not here. So that, I think, is the thing I don't like. That's the hardest part about living in a foreign country, is a lot of the connections that you make when you're younger, they don't come with you. Yeah, I miss the ultra-processed giga food. It's delicious. Absolutely, TM. That sounds good. All right, so this is where I'm going to do some damage and actually heal my team through Dreamus and Arius. Every Starfire here should basically full heal. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, there you go. On the meters now. Yeah, I love high fructose corn syrup. Holy shit, that shit is good. That is delicious. Why you guys, why does everybody act like high fructose corn syrup is not actually just massively delicious? That's not good? Why? But why? Seriously. And I'm asking this because I fully believe in you, by the way. I agree with you. I also think that what's very interesting to me, because I work in health and fitness, TM, by the way. And that's my job. Like, I actually get to work in health and fitness. And what's super fascinating to me is that most of the time when people come to Thailand, they immediately feel healthier. There are many reasons why. There are a ton of factors why. But one of the very interesting things I've found is that people with food intolerances, when they come here, they don't have food intolerances anymore. And so much of their, you know, quote unquote allergies or the things and their habits, they're fine. So is that emotional? Is that psychosomatic? Is that physical? Or is there actually something wrong with food in the US? Probably all. I'm agreeing with you, but the culprit is not what people think it is, in my opinion. After working in health and fitness for a very long time, I can tell you that we treat one macronutrient like it's the damn boogeyman. Like, for example, we're like, oh, it's the sugar. And it's like, people have been eating sugar for thousands of years. And you're like, not like this. And I'm like, okay, like how? And you're like, well, food hasn't. Yeah, of course. The FDA has absolutely massive limitations. There are so many things wrong. And I will quote statistics and studies at you if you'd like. I want to have the conversation. Like, I agree with you 1000%. But I don't want to unfairly demonize something that doesn't deserve it. Because a macronutrient is not the problem. Like, a single macronutrient is not the problem. Many people, when they cut out sugar, have massive health problems. Does that mean you should have sugar? Does that mean we need it? Does that mean something's wrong when they cut out sugar because it has a certain hormone signaling path or different enzyme reactions? Possibly. 100%. That makes sense to me. But saying something like high fructose corn syrup will definitely kill you. It's like, I know many people who have been off of high fructose corn syrup for 10 years and have chronic autoimmune conditions. They're in the hospital right now. However, I know people who eat a donut for breakfast and drink a Red Bull for lunch and then drink beer at night who have zero health problems. So what's up with that? When you travel the world and you actually learn more about health, you start to realize that it isn't one factor. It's not like, I agree with you. Like, I want to clarify. I am right there with you. If I were to travel to America, it actually concerns me that I would have to consider eating the food there because I think that the quality of food is massively different. There's no such thing, for example, in Thailand, there is no such thing as GMO. We don't have organic food here. All the food here is organic, effectively. GMO, as in organic. I'm healing. I am healing right now, so I'm a little bit distracted because this is still a 15 and I still have to respect the damage. And I'm not actually like fantastic at healing. I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good right now. But there's a limit to that, and I must basically just continue to lock in slightly. The obesity rates in America, these are unupdated statistics, but currently it is calculated that 42% of the adult population in the US is considered obese. However, that is a flawed statistic. You want to know why it's a flawed statistic? Do you know where that statistic comes from? It's using BMI, and BMI is notoriously not exactly the best metric. It's not that it's a terrible metric. It's just you have to take that with a grain of salt. So it uses BMI, number one. And number two is all statistics like that tend to be wrong because they involve self-reported data, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, but who's getting DEXA scans? DEXA scans are expensive. Who is out here just getting DEXA scans? You can do that personally. But when you have a statistic like 42% of the US population, you get DEXA scans? That's so cool. I'm like jealous. I had a client at one point, and he was getting full-on crazy scans a long time. Well, there are certain things that you have to be aware of when you think about your health. Like, the way that we measure so much of our health information is just straight up wrong. What's up? Yeah, I got you. for populations as opposed to individuals, I will accept that walkthrough. I'll accept that. I think that although I have criticisms of it, I will be careful of criticizing it without mentioning the fact that it has pros as well. Fair? Fair? As in, it's not a completely flawed metric, as in it's like actually giga trolling to even consider your BMI. Like, that's not quite right. But it certainly doesn't tell the whole story. Keep in mind that according to BMI, I am largely considered to be extremely unhealthy. I think my BMI is, I am very obese right now because I have a lot of muscle. No, yeah, that's fair. That's a good point though. Because you do Rooney wrestle. That's actually so cool. I think it's awesome. Healing, easy. Yo, I'm healing. I'm getting kind of more fluid with this. My damage is a lot better too this run. I'm feeling good right now. This is feeling pretty easy. Second boss, last area are the actual healing checks anyways. Like, I'm even feeling more comfortable bleeding these targets real fast. Stunning. Typhooning. Barking. Oh, I didn't mean to like call you out on that, by the way. It's just a conversation I'm really passionate about, because one thing that I have found is that most people are not in a position of having worked in health and fitness for like a long time and actually just seeing data. We're so easy and quick to just say, oh, like this is crazy, this is a problem, and it like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think that it's when you put it into practice and you realize the people I work with have health conditions that are significant and severe. Either they're 400 pounds, or they have certain neurological conditions that affect their joints, or they have nerve pain, or they have this, or they have that. Like, there are a lot of things that my clients deal with that are very real. Healing doesn't come from them cutting out donuts. Not a single client has ever healed from the people I've worked with by cutting out sugar. It's never worked, not a single time. I will say. That doesn't mean that No, it's not necessary. I'll just say that as a flat statement. It has never actually made a difference. In fact, every single person with autoimmune conditions that I've ever worked with that has tried to go completely zero carb. Watch, careful, he's patting back. Don't, wait, don't go. Oh, fuck. They went. I was going to wait because he was patting. I'll be right there. I'm coming. I'm on the way. Our timer is a little bit more sus this run, but right now we're doing okay. Okay, we're good. I would always wait with that pat. I would be like terrified to actually do that. Okay. I'm going to greed my damage here a little bit and just bleed this ad while this buff is up. And then the first one, I'm just going to Tranquility. Oh, sad. My trank. My damage greeting. It has cost me the trank. I knew the boulder was coming. I baited the boulder correctly. I must interrupt my trank. Okay, but I'm doing like 10k more DPS than I was before. So that's cool. And by cool, I mean completely pointless. Bro, min-maxing Resto Druid damage is so sad. Not that I'm playing this perfectly by any means, but like, man, what's the point of this? What's the point? I was like greeting my damage, almost letting my team die. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I'm doing 30k instead of 10k. I'm going to have to heal too here. It's fine. I'll let my life bloom drop, so I have a lot less healing here. I'm sure, I'm sure Vikman gets crazy damage out of this healer still, and Mark of the Wild is still very impactful. But it does feel strange that my damage is technically so lackluster. I need to bait the boulder better. If it's on me, I'm trolling. Easy healing. There's going to be a second here. Prep this. Go here. Proc tier set. Easy healing. Easy healing, easy healing. A little bit of damage here. Like, this is me. I'm, like, kind of greeting damage. Like, not a lot, but enough. Okay. Prep healing. I do have Convoke if I need to send it. Kind of would prefer not to. I'll just send Convoke. Better to send it here than have it up for the next pack. Forgot my Life Bloom again. Getting rejuves. That ad died super fast. Nice job. Going cat form. Bleeding. Yeah, like, hold up. Like, I've actually been kind of maintaining... I haven't had 100% of the time on bleed, but why am I only doing 20 damage here? Why am I only doing 20k? This is strange. Like, I've actually maintained almost 100% uptime on bleed, and I am playing Dream as an Arius. That's weird. Is that not weird? This is actually negative levels of damage. Does the ad not aggro still if the tank is not next to it? I remember this from Dragonflight. Okay, but I'm healing it well. That was like 20 key damage. What the hell? And Feral Frenzy was still the top damage. Damn, Resto Druid actually does no damage. But Mark of the Wild. All right, here we go. Boom. Get ready to heal this. I need to probably walk in just with Convoke. And then you play this last area kind of safe, and you're fine. I can Dream a scenario this after the Convoke. I am playing Dream, so I might as well make use of it. Bam, bam, boom. Big Dream of Scenarios healing. Huge, huge, huge. And ditch. I think these guys still do enough damage for me to watch this, though. Do you have enough time? Yeah, our timer's fine. Like, a little bit tighter than it should be, potentially, but our timer's okay. And just to clarify, if I did 0 damage, we would still time this. Let me make sure that we actually do time it before I fully say that, but I'm, like, pretty confident that if I was actually just doing 0 damage, we'd be fine. Okay, this one, I have to actually watch out, and please do not chain the previous pack. Whoever gets the dot here needs the Giga Defense... external? That's the external? Oh my god, he's dying through external. That dot trucks. I don't know, man. That's a scary dot. I go here. I had already used Bark, and I had externaled him on his bubble. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just also... Is it actually a one-shot? I don't know if it's a one-shot. It's kind of tough for wrestler. Like, he just defensives it. Like, as long as you press it defensive, it's okay. No, he's fine. I just need to be kind of aware of the damage pattern, that's all. That's mostly a damage pattern thing than for Resto Druid. I think that Resto Druid after the buffs is actually not looking terrible. Like, I think that Resto Druid has value. No. The best healer will still be whatever's the best healer. Healers don't get to really complain about that stuff. Their job is to heal, and they will figure it out. That's always the thing. The healers will figure it out. Whatever the best healer is in terms of... You probably will match output and stuff. So I don't think that's really something you have to worry about that much. Dream of Scenarius. Maybe a global for Life Bloom. Dream of Scenarius heals this all. And then watch the dot targets. Dream of Scenarius ending now. Convoke. So whoever gets this dot probably needs external. No, the mage invises it. Okay, that's easy. Boom, proc tier set. And then maintain Life Bloom. Mage just invis, so let's Life Bloom the mage. But I would kind of want... I need a Life Bloom somebody in melee, actually, because he's not there. Keep in mind that whatever I am doing on Resto Druid right now is simply not a good example of what this healer can actually do. I am not good at Resto Druid. I think that is very important to understand. Okay, whoever this dot target is, just watch out. Just watch out. Here, got it. He has bubble anyways, nice. Lightning Torrents... Yeah. Well, hold up. We know. I'm doing good. I'm just not fantastic at it. Like, I'm not comfortable with it. I would definitely say I am anti-comfortable on Resto Druid. I am punching... Don't check my timed keys, let's say, this season for Resto Druid. Don't check how, like, my history of doing keys, because you would be maybe shooketh that I'm in this key right now. I told him I could do it, and you know what? I agree with myself. I am doing it right now. Yeah, Am I wrong? No. I'm doing great. We're timing it right now. I just don't need to do damage. I think that the important thing here is to realize that let's tank this in the middle, yeah? This boss can kill. This boss is not free. I don't need to do damage, but I kind of want to. So let me just apply 1 dot. 1 dot is probably fine. And then from here, we ramp. Full ramp from here. But that I'm sure that was fine. Putting this back this way. Oh, did I get the winds wrong? I can't really... The only problem is I'm kind of locked in, so I'm not focusing here, though. What's up, Awali? Convince me to come back to WoW. You know what? I will never do that because, honestly, taking breaks from WoW is healthy. I know that's not what you wanted me to say, but the truth is that actually, like, you should take... I feel like you're supposed to pull them there. That's what I thought. Okay, he's going this way. I'll go this way. That's what I thought. Okay, don't die. I'm not allowed to die. Oh, wait, Cloudburst. No! I forgot there was an AoE hit. Okay, wait, res. Sorry, I'm locking in. This would be a crazy way for me to wipe here. I'm locking in. Let me answer all your questions in a moment. I was getting too comfortable. I have not healed this boss since Dragonflight. It's literally been since Dragonflight that I've healed this, and now the phase is happening. The Cloudburst. Okay, locking in. We cannot lose right now if I actually heal this boss. Okay? Ramping. No need to do damage. Don't do damage. I have Dream up, though. Kind of want to do damage. Don't do damage. No damage needed. All right. Boom. Trank. Hi, Con. Good night. Here we go. Cloudburst happens. That's okay. Good timing on that one. And then we go Inferno Spit. I'm gonna bark myself, external this person, just to get through it. Make sure that we're okay. Perfect. Maybe not perfect with the fire placement, actually. And ramping. That's my bad. 1 death at the end. I would say I played this really well other than that. All right, boom. Inferno Spit. Easy healing. Perfect. I mean, like, okay, you actually have a good Resto Druid, and they heal this thing on you could heal this on like 18 plus right now. I don't think that you'd have a problem. This is kind of chill. Like I can tell you for a fact that I have been hitting so many wrong globals, and I'm absolutely fine. Yeah, no problem. Okay, easy, no problem at all. GG's. The thing is that I am so locked in when I heal this that I'm also kind of burnt out. I can do this for like a single key and then I'm done. Basically, like after that key, I'm no more Resto Druid. Yeah, that's the thing right now. What's up, 1B Dev? I'm a returning player, a tank main. After seeing the tier list and people not accepting other tanks than Druid or Blood DK, I'm still hesitant to start playing. I think this season will be much better. I did say that though. Thank you for invite. I told you I could do it. 30k overall damage is actually pretty good, by the way. Well played. Thank you for letting me heal. I actually felt like I did okay. I think I did okay. Thank you for letting me heal. No problem. Little bit of cleaner play, I would get this easy. Yeah. Is easy. What does this trinket actually do, by the way? We're spewing venom. Does this do anything? Writhing. Oh, it's all the way down here. To be fair, like 2 other healing trinkets would probably also help. Yes, I did save that Achilles. Oh, we did it. We did it. Hiya. Okay. People not accepting other tanks right now is just... No. Tangwin, you can't... The reason I think you can't say that is because... Here's why. The meta matters specifically Tangwin, because people just want to play the game, man. And it's like actually tough sometimes to try to play the game when you're not meta. You literally can't get invited. That's not anything other than I really think you should play meta at some point. I don't think that's bad advice. If I come back and want to play solo, I want to come back as a healer. What do you suggest? This season, Resto Shaman. Resto Shaman, H-Pal might get nerfed, but Resto Shaman I think is a very safe bet. If you're going to want to pick for meta reasons. Yeah, you can say that, but, you know. GG's. See you later. Their current key levels are people are running don't require meta tank. That's true. Like, I agree with you, and I didn't mean to jump on you there, Tungwin. 100%. The meta perception in WoW is so much worse than the actual meta practice of WoW. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are specs that are much better than people realize, but the meta pressure trickles down to key levels, which it really shouldn't. And I think that's a shame, but it's true that that happens, you know? What's up, Nyai? What's up, Nyai? All right, I told myself that I would specifically stream less this week. Tomorrow, we'll do big Guardian Druid Keys, preferably 17s. We'll see. I've got a 17 in my bags. Friend has a 17. And we'll see. Yeah, but we also don't know what tuning is going to be. Remember, Race the World First tuning is going to come in a few days. We can predict what might happen, and if I had to predict anything, I don't know if Blood DK will get a nerf. I don't think Blood DK is overperforming in Raid. 9, do you play tanks? Are you a tanker? A healer? I was pretty proud of that. I feel like Resto Druid did actually pretty decent that key. I didn't really notice a problem with healing. Oh, tonight. Okay. Let me answer some questions here that I was missing there. 1B Dev. Are you still there? And Awi, for what it's worth. If you come back, I'm about to put out some guides. I think starting this week, I am going to put out some guides for dungeons. I really hope that they help. No, that's okay. Don't ping him, Angel. It's fine. It's fine. It's no need to ping. I think that I've been putting out some on Patreon. I think that over this week, I might share some of the dungeon guides. They've been free. I just haven't been able to post them to YouTube because I had a plan last week. So perhaps I've made one for Ruby Life Pools, Den of Nalarak. The Ruby Life Pools one was pretty decent, I think, in terms of just explaining all of the tank mechanics. But as I get better at tanking this season, for sure, I want to put out more content that helps. So, yeah, I think that'll be good. To get another buff, we played with a Havoc earlier, and he did pretty well, to be honest. I think he did really well. It was fun to play with Kent, too. I want to be able to play with more friends this season. That's my goal. My goal this season is to be more social and try to play with more friends. I think that'd be really nice, actually. I am going to go work out, and I'm going to go chill, take care of myself. I think that'll be nice. That'll be nice indeed. Let's see. Looks like Mr. Ops is still on for just a second. Is he ending right now? He's been streaming for 6 hours. Is he about to end? Nah, fuck it. Doesn't matter. All right. 0 PS. Cool. Thanks for sharing your time with us. Techno. Thank you. That's a very nice thing to say. That's a very nice compliment. I appreciate that compliment, man. That's a good one. Thank you for that. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you later. She'll be back tomorrow. I'll take 1 or 2 days off this week. But I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, bye. Yo. Congratulations, Lydron. I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow. You think it's worth spamming? Flash Storm, let me answer your question real fast before I go. Yeah, but no, don't target farm gear. Just make sure you get item level. Fill out your slots, but don't target farm gear. It's not worth it. It takes so much time and it's RNG. Just play the dungeons, I think, Flash Stormy. Get item level, but don't worry about like the stats in BIS. I wouldn't worry about it. My druid doesn't even have the BIS trinkets, okay? All right, bye. See you later.